idiot.
Okay, we're going.
We
Radical.
live, yo.
We're live. We're doing it. Let me send a link. Connor, what'd you send in the chat? No. Oh, yeah, there it is. I do like that jacket a lot, though. I don't wear it anymore. Probably.
Maybe because
Hey,
it's
man.
100 degrees out.
I'll take
No.
it if you don't want it.
It never saw. Connor, it wouldn't fit you.
It don't matter. I don't get new clothes. I get hand-me-downs.
Connor, you have a big boy job.
Yeah.
Well, I'm a big guy.
Yo,
I'm
let's
so
go.
pleased. All right, let's do this.
Okay, I'm sending this to the D&D experts.
Sending it to the council.
Mm-hmm. And I'm sending it to my other friends.
I'll send it to mine.
These are my friends.
Yep.
Yeah,
You guys have,
this is.
you guys have
this
already
is it.
said it.
This is it for me.
I'll send it to Cody. No, he's in D&D experts, but I'll still send it to him. I think he has us muted because we freaking blow that thing up.
Yeah, occasionally we just send in like
Definitely.
a rules thing in the chat, and we're like, "What do you guys think of this rule in the DMG?"
Oh,
19 pages of chat later.
Literally.
Coach said hi,
Hey.
so I thought I'd let you know. Well,
right,
I
I'm
got
ready.
2 people. That's it.
Okay, I got the notes
Excuse
up.
me,
I'm ready to rock and roll.
I got the burps.
Can we short rest?
No.
Hell no.
I mean, you can try. This tower came to you.
I
Yeah,
don't
did you
it
like
when
that
you
joke
say you
on
can
Sunday?
try.
Has anyone ever said that for a short rest? You can certainly try.
You can certainly
What's that
try.
mean?
Welcome to Chili's.
All right.
Oh no, big dog. One sec, let me go get my dog real quick. She's
Bruh.
throwing a
Oh
fit.
my
She's
God.
throwing
Bro,
a
we
hissy
just
fit.
started.
She's throwing a hissy
You
fit.
DM
just started this
underprepared.
stream.
He's underprepared.
Disgusting.
Was anybody on Twitch?
I don't know. I guess I could click the stream. I guess I could probably check it
I'm
out.
gonna watch it myself.
Oh yeah, if I hop in
I
there.
don't know. I guess I could click it. I guess I could. Oh, I had to mute it. That was highly distracting. No one yet. Oh, we got 3 viewers. Well, unless that's us.
Yeah, that's me. Me, myself, and I.
Who is Sponge?
Sponge, who are you?
Guys, I'm back.
I need real names in the chat.
What?
Give your real name. Also, maybe your address.
Maybe your credit card.
I need your social security numbers.
Dude, I don't
James,
know
do
any
you know-
rich D&D players. Credit cards aren't necessary.
It is when we use D&D Beyond.
That's because they spend it on all books and dice. And Brandon's instigating it.
Touche.
Yeah.
Dude.
Yeah, we do.
Oh my
Every time
gosh.
Brandon sends something
Dude,
in
this
there.
thing is so freaking cool.
It's
That is
epic.
super cool, dude.
It's insane.
I want one.
Hashtag Timberlake Crafts.
Infected sponge. They're boiling pasta.
That's my friend Michael.
That's your friend Pasta. That's your friend Michael. Pasta.
I was really hoping that was Gordon Ramsay when he said he's boiling pasta, but I guess that was a little
All right.
too high expectation.
Those
Yeah.
some pretty high expectations that Gordon Ramsay was one interested in D&D, two was going to watch a bunch of idiots do this. All right, I'm ready. Let's do this. Let's rock and roll.
Idiot
Okay.
sandwich.
So, you guys have just finished basically a small combat. You have made it through the main entrance of the tower, and you have made it up a flight of stairs into this icy room. Please, as you look around this room after defeating these, I don't know, blistering, boil-ridden humanoids that exploded in an infectious rot and found a little girl dead upon the floor, her heart taken out of her, um, led by a little blue creature going. Uh, he talks to you all kind of telepathically through images, and with that, Fortis picked up enough to communicate and understand to try and heal this little girl in any way possible, and it restored her, and she came back. Her wound was fully mended, her heart restored, and she woke up, gasping for air as oxygen finally filled her lungs. And she said, "We have to stop my father." Um, all along the way, you are trailed by 3 black dragons, little ones, little baby ones that help you, and that only uh, G's character, Ditto, can speak with because he knows Draconic. Um, and with that, I would like you guys to roll an insight check on the little girl. And as you kind of take in your bearings more, once you're past the base of this icy tower, you start to see remnants of wood and scaffolding of what once was a previous tower that probably it was once made out of. And so it seems like this icy fortress has been made surrounding a previous wooden structure that was probably once a part of the city. Its ramparts still uh, edging out and poking out of the ice in certain areas. Um, so with that, what were your guys' rolls on that insight check?
Got a 19 on my insight.
19 as well.
I got a 17 plus something. I'm looking for my insight.
It better be 2.
Man, it's +1, so it's an 18.
Bruh.
Worthless.
I know. Don't look at me.
So you all pick up as this little girl, she's coming around, and you pick up on that she has a accent that you heard before from the assassin that once helped you. This more Middle Eastern descent from this desert location of Canaan. And she's kind of looking around the room haphazardly, and as the words kind of start tumbling out of her lips, she goes, "We need to go find the guards. We need to kind of get stuff ready and set up. There's going to be an infiltration. The gates are going to get open." And it becomes very clear that she's probably been dead for a lot longer than just a mere few moments. Um,
Um, pardon me, young lady. You would not be able to describe the infiltration or the infiltrators, would you?
let me roll a history check for her. She looks and she goes, "They were big and they were bright purple and I only ever heard their voice. My father went to go try and stop them, and him and my I don't remember much after that. It was all a blur, and after that they just marched through."
Does that seem familiar with like the garb that the paladins would have worn?
Not the paladins that you walked in with.
Okay.
What about the monsters we just fought?
Yes, as you look around the room, yeah, it would have correlated much more with them. As you see that spits and spots of their armor that hasn't been fully desiccated and destroyed either through time and wear or whatever has afflicted them, you see specks of purple and the symbol of. Did you guys do a religion check and actually figure out what that symbol was? I forgot.
I don't think so.
Let me double check on the notes.
But on that, I'll go ahead and Ditto walks over to one of the corpses and picks up one of the pieces of armor and kind of rubs at it and kind of sees what you just said. And he
Mhm.
goes, Captain. And I kind of hold it up to kind of show him, similar to
And
what
it,
she just said.
yeah, it's this dark purple royal color, obviously highly expensive, but also again very common of Canaan. That is a typical color utilized from the far deserts, and it still holds that same symbol that floated over the tower with those 3 teardrops in a triangle.
I toss Peltier the piece of armor.
I'll catch it and looking at it closer. Am I able to determine what the 3 teardrops might represent?
Roll a religion check.
I would greatly enjoy doing so. I might, as I'm kind of looking at this, I might also kind of turn it over to Fartis and perhaps ask him, Fartis, are you familiar with this either?
Ah, I'm great at this stuff. Very familiar.
Being from a Psi area, could I roll a religion check just to see if I recognize it?
You can certainly roll a religion check.
I got a 14.
You
got a
did better
13.
than I. 7. A strong 7.
Ditto, you're from an icy tundra, which is a desert in itself, in many aspects, and it's arid in and of itself, but it's just frozen, a frozen desert. And Connor, you rolled a 14,
Yep.
and then
Rolled
so
a
Fortis
13.
rolled 14, 13. So Peltier and Fortis, you guys together with your combined checks, you really do start to put the pieces together of just this infected soldiers and the purple armor and the religious symbol all combined to give you the clues to tell you that this is probably followers of Talona, and that you have found yourself up against what are they called? I think they're called like why am I blanking on them? But it's like the plague of rats is like kind of their name of what they're known as these assassins. And or not even assassins, but just followers. These tend to be the militant group for Talona, and she is the goddess of disease. And so they go around, these in particular in the purple garb. They do the actual fighting and more militaristic outpourings and quests in the name of Talona, whereas other aspects of Talona, some of them are people that are great healers, and they actually remove disease, but normally at a cost. For most of the followers of Talona will suffer from some form of disease, even if they are able to remove it from others. But they are great at making antidotes as well as some of the world's most renowned poisons. It's 2 sides of the same coin for them. It's give and take in their eyes, you know.
hmm
Um,
So kind of hitting that conclusion, I will immediately draw the connection and say, "Oh, okay, Toloma. So this is the same. This is the same as um, the witch that we fought in the cemetery. This is also, um, yeah, this is, yeah. Ditto, you smashed her head like with." You smashed her head open. The witch in the cemetery, but we've run into this multiple times. It is clear that there's a god of disease, master of poisons and possibly healing. Is Yes, this is obviously a group of followers here,
Sounds reasonable.
and I recommend the treatment for them that I usually recommend for crazy people who make giant ice towers and terrorize towns, and that is immediate and extreme supervision straight to the grave.
Little girl, who is your daddy?
Uh, my daddy, they went by. We're the family of Riker. We come from. We fled our own homeland, trying to flee our own disparity there, and came to a wealthier area, hoping for uh, to be more prosperous. But it seemed that many of our own foes followed us, or at least my parents, as they were Mascaran. Um,
Yes, but you said we need to stop your father. So what exactly? Well, I guess no one did stop him based on where I've been walking. But what exactly is he? Is he just a lord? Is he did he cut some deal with this god of sickness or disease, whatever the captain said? Like what? Tell me exactly why we need to stop him outside of because we just smashed some witch outside. So what's this guy doing? Or does he look like one of these? And I point to one of the rotting corpses.
As you point to the rotting corpses and the name of Talona has been rattled around in this room for quite a bit of time, you see upon on her own back there's a bright flash of purple that beams out um, and shines through her little dress. Um,
Oh shit, are you a ghost? I take a step back.
I am not a ghost. The only thing that truly gives me life is Talona. My parents spent their life as Mascarans fighting against Talona, this evil deity. But upon the time when I grew ill, they made a deal. They stopped running, they stopped chasing, they could not cure me, they could not find a way out. Um, they swore protection. They knew the best ways of mending any disease was through Talona. And as a gifted fighter as he is, he came down and he swore his sword to her, but as soon as he did, his eyes never looked quite the same, gray and cold and lifeless. But they breathed life back into my own. And I will live 1,000 lives after he is gone, but I would give them all to make sure that he stops this crazed fantasy and work he's doing for this evil deity.
What and what work exactly is that? Just bringing these guys to life or poisoning? I mean, the tower's kind of moving around. I don't know if you know that.
He keeps speaking of closing gates, and I have no idea what gates he means to close. He's chasing a fantasy as far as I can tell. He's gone insane. He is just would not stop chasing gates that don't exist.
In just as I'm kind of observing this young lady talk, as I would estimate her age, does this sound like a child of her age speaking, or does this sound like perhaps a stronger influence?
This sounds like someone who definitely has lived past her years of adolescence and childhood. But roll another insight.
Of course, I'd love to. Um, we're not going to run on high luck this evening. So I think perhaps a number 7 is going to be perhaps what we get.
What'd you get?
That's a good number. I like
Seven?
that
Number
number.
7.
7.
That's a good roll.
Thank you.
Well,
Thank you.
what?
Tata.
Yeah, with the 7, it's definitely odd. Her vocabulary is definitely higher up, and this would stem more from even adults don't speak quite with this eloquence. So it's definitely an odd behavior.
Okay. I merely heard her say like madman's craze, and I'm like, oh, that is not something I've heard a 5 or 6-year-old say to me very often.
Mhm.
I think maybe perhaps I've heard perhaps a woman of the night say that to me once on a drunken 4-day bender, but I did not believe that I've ever heard a 6-year-old say it to me.
Mm-mm.
Well, I guess
No,
we were.
no laughs.
Captain?
No, all right. I thought that was funny.
Oh, oh, oh.
Oh.
Captain, aren't our orders to investigate magical disturbances, sir?
That is correct.
Well, it sounds. I mean, I'm no arcana expert, but opening
I
and closing gates sounds. Oh, you know stuff, You talk to me. 'Cause I have no clue what she's on about. But if it's magical, I know we have to go poke our nose in it.
You're exactly right. It's completely magical, 100% magical.
Fortis, roll Arcana.
I want to.
It's not bad. I got a 17.
That's pretty good.
That's pretty good.
Yeah. So with a 17 Fortis, you are fully aware, as just like you are quite the tactician and quite skilled and have been in this war for quite a long time. This has basically been your reward to kind of come to the back end of the war and not be on the front lines. You know for a fact that many of the elementals that have come to actually start this war came through portals or gates that lead to other realms of existence. Many of them exist around, and they had never quite found which ones of these primordial gates are the ones that actually led to the invasion. So they've gone around. Closing all of them was the assumption, right? With your Arcana check, yeah. On when it comes to magical knowledge and lore, yeah, these gates fully do exist, but everywhere that they knew to shut them down, they shut them down.
All right.
So many invasions of elementals have come through the gates, and our young eloquent friend here says that perhaps the gray-eyed man is trying to shut the gate. So dare I say that our interests may be aligned?
I think her dad is trying to open the gate.
Well, the gates are open, no? That's why there is all this shit here in the city.
I look at the kid. Why is it open?
She rolled.
I start snapping. Hey.
She rolled a natural 20 on her history check.
God
She
damn.
goes, before I was fallen, if my memory serves me correctly, not all gates were closed. And he mentions closing the gate So I would assume he's not trying to open one. But also he does also mention like trying to stop a great cleansing of the world. And so if closing the gates, if it's an analogy, then maybe, maybe opening the gate. I don't know. But as far as I understood, he wants to close gates. So that means there's one that's open.
Well, then perhaps he's trying to do something similar to what we are doing. Why he has attacked us and not asked us our purpose, I do not know. But if he's trying to shut the gates, I mean, ultimately, that is why we came to this city, is to investigate the paranormal activity, see what the cause of the destruction and rampant craze was, and then ultimately see if there was a way to perhaps even shut the gate. So if there is, then perhaps we need to team up.
So with that, G, are you holding the dagger?
100%.
Okay.
After her back flashed, I probably grabbed it instinctively
Mhm.
and was like, "Oh, that's a ghost."
And as you grabbed it instinctively and you've kind of been holding it, you find that a shadowy film has encased the dagger and it feels warm in your hand. And it pulls itself towards through not the little girl, but it's definitely pulling at her essence. And it pulls again. You notice that as it webs itself in this black darkness, you see around that all of the purple in the garments has turned dark. It has absorbed all color out of those garments and smeared the symbols of Tolona in a shadow.
How do I feel about this?
Um,
Well, I guess what feeling is being influenced on me? I should ask.
it's not really. It's
Like-
a
Like, can I tell if I guess what I'm asking, does the
Yeah.
dagger feel good about doing this, or is it doing it out of
Yes.
hate? Or
It,
is it
yeah, definitely a lot of anger. This is a rivalry type of hate.
And
Because
I'm
this
gonna
is just a
say
spiteful thing.
and I feel it, and like it kind of resonates with Ditto because he also holds a different kind of anger and hate, but it's still that emotion, and so it's almost confusing telling apart which is which is the dagger, which is his own. But it's definitely kind of echoing it and amplifying it a little bit.
So, with that, as much as the dagger has made done of this room, it also pulls you towards into this next one.
I turn and start walking towards that room,
Okay.
followed closely by my echo.
Okay. The black dragons stop and skirt around the young girl, and they holler after you, and they go, oh, you cannot take a child down there. You can not even, not in Tolona's presence. Even black dragons, we will not dare step foot any further into her home.
I'll turn around and look, speaking draconic,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm looking directly at Cat Catastrophe, but speaking to all of them, I'll tell them, then cower in fear, but I will be back. And I'm going to keep going.
They cower in fear. 100%. The little girl's still weak and feeble despite her eloquence and the way she may speak, and the fact that she has been mended of her wounds. Her exhaustion is too high. She cannot move. She stays on the ground trying to recover herself.
Okay.
And the little blue dude, he comes over and he goes,
Onwards, my son.
Yeah, seeing Ditto start to walk forward,
mhm.
I'll kind of nod in his direction, look at Fortis, and just kind of give a so forward the days then. I'll open up my pack and I'll pull out like the bedroll that I have and just some like if I have any extra like clothes or anything, I'll kind of lay those down for the little girl, and I'll look at the dragons and just say, "Don't know if you understand me, but if you do, perhaps watch over her, try to keep her warm. We'll be back shortly, hopefully."
You get a
As you open up your pack, I'm trying to look in there for any cigarettes.
Yeah, there are a few cigarettes. Do you say anything or do you need any?
I start sweating.
If he doesn't say anything, then I'll close up the pack. But if he says anything, then I'll happily offer him one.
I'm just like on your shoulder, just.
Yeah. If Ditto's walking, then I'll kind of make haste and yeah, and I'll even pull out the cigarette and.
He's trying to get that secondhand smoke.
You gonna finish that?
Oh, pardon me, Fortis. I was perhaps enjoying my final cigarette. Do you
I'm
need
rolling
one?
inside on that.
Oh no, I have more. I was just saying this might be my last one.
I would love a cigarette or two.
I will happily pull out the cigarette and hand it to him. And when he places it in his mouth, I'll even offer him a light.
Immediately, just light that.
Just try to suck it down.
Oh yeah,
One hit.
pull. One pull.
Roll. You don't have to roll anything. Fortis can totally do that.
These are just regular cigarettes. These are not fancy schmancy. Yeah. Then I will make haste and I will head on after Ditto, and as we go, I will go ahead and load my crossbow and double check that everything is in working order.
I'll jog after Ditto, coughing a little bit. Running's starting to get a little hard.
Yes, you don't necessarily have to do the whole thing in one go. You can kind of savor it a little bit.
No, I really needed it, man.
All right. Do what you need. Yeah, I'll catch up to Ditto.
So, as you guys catch up to Ditto, you see Ditto has walked into a room. It is clear ice cut out. It is perfectly polished, and in the center of it stands a pedestal with a cleansing bowl on it, filled with a black lurking liquid. There is the sound of coming from a hallway to the right, and light beams out of it in a bright yellow radiance. And that's all that's really in this room. It is fairly plain in its decoration, as it's mainly just ice. And on the other side of the cleansing bowl, you see what looks to be the frame of a door with no handle.
Let's open it.
Is there a like a heavy, a good sized rock, maybe like 2 fist sizes that I can find anywhere, or piece of ice?
You could try and break a piece of ice.
I just want to, so I break out a piece of ice, kind of cut one out with the dagger,
Mm-hmm.
pick it up, and I just kind of shot put it across the ice just to make sure it's good enough to walk on.
Oh yeah, it hits. It shatters upon impact.
And I start walking towards the pedestal.
Mm-hmm.
I'm keeping my eyes peeled though, like kind of wary, not
Keeping
stealthy,
your
but
ice peeled.
my eyes peeled. Ah! Ah!
Oh, oh.
Yeah. I'm gonna kind of hang back. I'll let Fortis and Ditto kind of go ahead. I want to kind of watch the hallway off to the right with the flashing lights. And I'll kind of do the same thing as Ditto. Just kind of watch the corners of the room. See if there's any other entrances. Um, just want to kind of keep my eyes peeled and kind of stay a couple of steps behind them.
Okay. So you guys walk in. Nothing happens. Your feet echo as they hit upon the floor. As you guys are walking at a fairly normal pace and are not in combat, you can tell that the ice is slick by nature, and but nothing out of the ordinary in an icy tower. But as you guys move forward, you guys get all the way up to the pedestal.
Um,
What's in
kind of
what's in
looking.
the pedestal?
Oh, okay. I was asking you if you guys made it that far.
Oh yeah, 100%.
Yeah. I was like,
100%. Sorry.
yeah, because once you're at the pedestal, you can actually see what's in that far right room, and you can see what's making that noise. That do 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 do. It is these ice spears coming out. They're made out of raw ice, and they are projecting. And you see a room off to the other side, and it is filled with an assortment of potions on three different tiered table, with a purple garment. So it's just a black murky liquid is what it appears as. You can roll an investigation check.
Absolutely.
And if anyone wants to help boost his roll that is within sight, and especially in a distance they could smell it and get a good look at it, they can either roll a nature or medicine check to aid his roll.
Yes. The potion making is not something that I'm normally very proficient with, but I would be happy to assist with him just to make sure that I'm assisting in every way I can.
I would like to taste it. Like,
Hmm.
dip my finger in, rub it on my gum a little bit.
That is an interesting strategy. I was not going to advise that, but
Make a Constitution saving throw.
I'm great at these, gentlemen. Set a Constitution. How about a 26?
Woo!
I feel good.
So you take 8 points of poison damage. But you do not have the poisoned condition.
Well, let's half that to 4 because I'm resistant to poison.
That was the half.
Well,
I see Fortis like grimace, but he I imagine he's just kind of like keeping it cool, but just like it's like a
Oh.
stomach cramp.
oh,
it's like a
Yeah.
Sour Patch Kid.
Yeah, but the fact that you did taste it, you do get the clue that as it sit in your mouth, it was sweet. You only gained pain as it made its way through the dermal layer and actually began to infect your gums and has left its own of this liquid black murky look across your gum line.
Bad news,
so-
Farkas, you now have cancer.
Yeah. And so, but it tasted as if from a forest, a tropical fruit by nature.
Fortis, is it safe?
No.
Fortis, are you telling me the black liquid goo is not safe to eat?
It was
From the
sweet.
mystery bowl in the middle of the room at the top of the tower that ran toward us.
Also, we just discussed the god of poison and disease. You're telling
It
me
was
this is not safe?
delicious. It was delicious, man.
What have we learned, Fortis?
Try new things in life. Smoking is good.
Smoking is excellent. And I'm going to pull out the other dagger of venom, and I'm gonna do a nice little coating on there, just like 3
Okay.
little dips,
Okay.
and I'm going to put it back in its sheath.
Alrighty. So, what'd you roll in your investigation?
I rolled a natural 19 minus 1, so
Okay.
18.
Ooh.
So,
Ooh.
as you do that, you find that with the help of Fortis's taste procedure, and you're fully aware, taken in even from Talona comes from a realm of that, like her own realm is the Palace of Poison Tears, and it's located in the jungle-covered orbs of Cathris. Known for its poisonous vegetation. So, this is a common for anyone that has ever been able to venture there, as well as a staple of followers of Talona to utilize this in felling their foes or targets of any means necessary. This is obviously rightfully named the Cathris Kiss.
Can I tell how cold's the room? Is this like freezing temperatures? Like, is it cold uncomfortably?
It's quite cold. It's quite uncomfortable.
So, I have this thing called retractable claws,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm curious if I dip one of my claws in there, can it like freeze on the tips of the claws?
Well, it's at liquid inside this room.
That's true. That's true. That's
And
fair.
it did not freeze when you put it on your dagger.
Okay.
Or my gum.
Okay. You're absolutely right, Fortis. Okay, then never mind.
It's like mercury.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Are we done with the bowl?
Let's
Maybe dip your arrows in there. I
yeah,
don't know.
Captain, you want to fill your quiver
now,
with some of that?
Now, hang on a second. Now we are talking. I don't know if the followers of Talom will have some sort of resistance to it. But I mean,
Don't
it's
worry about them.
perhaps not a bad idea. Yeah, I will. That's interesting. If at all possible, to yeah, maybe to take some of my crossbow bolts. Trying to see if I have any tricky things. Yeah, perhaps I just take some of my crossbow bolts and I kind of dunk them in, kind of soak them for a second, and then put them in the quiver. So maybe there's like a little pool at the bottom of my quiver.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
Understood.
I
Understood.
did the same with my dagger sheath because I have the dagger of venom, and that's the one I coated and like just kind of filled the sheath with it.
Yeah,
Especially
so
if it's like a little syrupy, then you could maybe like sort of swish it a little bit to get like some syrup on
yeah,
it.
it pulls out like a little string of black
Yeah. You
ooze.
could kind of like whip it a little bit. Okay, I'll be careful not to get those two bolts stuck together as I'm loading them. But
Yeah,
I'll do
so,
that with my glaive as well.
so anytime you guys utilize these weapons with the poison, just add 2d10 poison.
oh damn,
Whew! Whew! I
Hey,
hope.
DM.
Hmm.
Odds or evens?
Why?
Odds or evens?
I only get asked that when my girlfriend's pulling my leg hairs out.
Just pick one.
Even?
What?
Okay. As I dip my glaive in, you guys see a beard start to grow. Because I have that belt
Oh,
of
from your
dwarven
belt.
kind.
Yeah.
Oh, I understand now.
So now I have a beard.
Impressive.
Very nice.
Wait, did the poison do that? Hang on a second. And I'll kind of like lean forward.
I mean,
I smack your hand. No.
The little girl did say the goddess she gives and takes, right? So maybe like it poisoned him, but gave him a beard.
I'm like checking my pulse. I'm like 8 poison damage. Let's see, beard. Might be.
Are we done with the bowl?
I'm done with the bone. I'm scared of it, frankly.
I would like to yeet the bowl away.
Okay.
I'm done with it.
okay. You yeet the bowl, it splashes in the black murky substance. Hits the ground, and as you flip the bowl and it does this, you see that the frame of an icy door shines with a light and then holds itself.
Guys, I found a door.
Well, there's more than one way to do that, I suppose. All right. Um. So, okay. Um. I do kind of want to glance down the hallway with the thumping, the rhythmic thumping
Mhm.
from
Ice spikes.
from the ice. So is this like the entrance, like the hallway to get in, and it's like thump 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 thump
It's
thump.
from
thump.
multiple angles, diagonal and top, but
Okay,
none from the bottom.
And they're like shattering when they hit the ground, kind of
They
thing.
just go in and come back. It's like they're a part of the wall and they just extend
Oh,
out
okay.
and
So
then
they
come
go
back
thump
in.
thump
It's very
thump thump
magical
thump thump
in
thump.
essence.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay, got you. Um, I'd like to walk over to that, and then it looks like there are some potions and poisons inside the room.
Yeah, there's a row of potion bottles on a table with purple cloth.
Okay. Um, can I watch it for just a second, and just kind of count the number of seconds, like 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, like that sort of thing.
Right.
And I'd like to just do a quick little. I'd like to activate my boots of flying, and I'd just like to zip through real quick,
Okay, so
just
do
because the floor is slippery.
do perception just for like the counting.
Yeah, of course.
How long is the hallway?
It's like 30 feet.
Solid.
Like pretty standard hallway. It's not like it's just more of a walking distance. Could cover it in 6 seconds, some might say.
Nice. I rolled a 17 on perception.
17, so you get the timing down. You're sitting there, you're watching, and the rhythm's coming in. You see your head almost bobbing with the rhythm. And as you get up, just make me a general dexterity check with advantage.
Oh, of course. I'd love to. Let us see. General dexterity. Hacha. That is one is very good and one is very bad. I rolled a natural 18 and a natural 2. So dexterity plus 5, that is a 23.
Okay, with a 23, you beam 30 feet down the hall, and it's like timed perfectly that it's just cusping past. You can feel the air in almost this vacuum, this whirlwind pull back on your clothing and your armaments as you're zipping past these ice spikes, them just falling in behind you, and you make it to the other end unscathed. And there stands before you is just a table with potions unlabeled, but you have found that all of them are opened and you can see within their contents.
Okay. Um, Okay. So, kind of looking at them and seeing that they're open. Do any of them? Is there like a general like pattern to them of like, oh, they're all black, or like, oh, they're all of the red ones are on this side, and all of the green and black ones are on this side, like that sort of thing?
It is
You-
completely random.
If you can get Fortis in there, I bet he'll try each one for you.
Do
Yeah.
they have
This one's
blue,
poison.
blue, blue?
This one's poison. Bleh. Sorry, Fortis. What did you say?
I was adding some reverb. Do they have blue, blue, blue?
Do they have blue?
Absolutely.
Oh. How many
Fortis,
potions
why
are
don't you
there
go
total?
check on the captain?
There's like 50.
There's
I
like
think-
50.
I think that's a great idea.
So,
Um,
Fortis, roll me a history check because you rolled well on Talona. Also, because all of you can truly roll a history check.
also, these spears are made of ice. I mean, the Fortis one's down here. You just whack the ice.
Yeah.
Just hack his way through.
I'm rolling my
Um,
bones.
All right. Do you
That's
want
not
history?
great. 11.
Oh, that's
You want-
actually good. 21.
So, with a 21, historically, Talona has always guarded her doors with a simple she has never used a key, or the followers have never used a key. Talona doesn't really need a door. She's a goddess. But the followers have tended to guard their private sanctums with a very simple understanding of poison to antidote. So
shit.
you sit with a bowl that is filled with a poison, and when you add the antidote to it, it unlocks the door.
Mm. But we have yeeted aforementioned bowl of poison against the door. So perhaps I need to throw the antidote against the door as well. Okay.
And you have
Well-
identified the poison. And you and because you have identified the poison, you can roll with advantage to identify the antidote.
Okay. So kind of looking at that's how I imagine Peltier would do this, is that he would look at these and go, okay, wait a second. So this is like a puzzle. So you need both pieces to get through. So here is what I will do. First, I take the knowledge of Catherine's keys. And now I think there are two people in each keys. You must have one keys and two keys put together. For every poison, there is an antidote. For every antidote, there is a poison. So that means in this room, there must be an antidote. And for that quantity of poison, the antidote must be quite large. So I will eliminate all of the very small bottles and start with the large ones. And basically, I just want to kind of talk through this like harebrained scheme of eliminating like which ones I can pick and be like, and the color was black, so I must add a lighter color to try and diffuse it to make sure the color theory adds up correctly, and basically just like go completely harebrained with this. But essentially, I just want to try and deduce like which of the antidotes is correct.
Okay, so with this knowledge, again, it's the same thing. Roll an investigation check, see if you can identify it or find it. You two, Ditto and Fortis, please roll me. One of you roll nature, one of you roll medicine to see if you aid him.
I'm not with him.
You don't have to be with him.
Oh, okay.
You
Like,
can hear me talking about this
you
because
can
I'm
hear.
definitely
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
Yeah,
I was gonna
like-
say, we're not in the room with you, so I was like, how do we help?
If you know what the poison is, then you can probably guess what the antidote
that's
would
okay.
have.
I have a 14.
Nice.
I have a 4.
Give yourself-
Investigation
Give yourself yeah,
is an
advantage.
18, is an 18 total.
Ooh.
Do I get advantage?
No.
It's worth asking.
Wait, who has
This is-
advantage?
You do.
Oh, I don't know that I'm going to beat a 16. Okay, let's try. Nope, did not beat 16. So 18 total.
So with that, you have found that the poison is lighter in color, and it is not as viscous as the black one is. The black one is like in mercury in its
Gatorade.
room temperature form.
Oh.
And so you find that it's almost so much more of a water soluble substance. And in it is a mixture. It stands with two colors that sit in a gradient. And so it sits there on top, as it is again, right? It takes two people to do a kiss. It has a white grayish radiant on top, but down it begins to have this more minerals that have begin to form a deposit due to the reaction in this antidote that lets you know that it has actually worked. It has formed sedimentation, essentially, or crystallized, and it forms these bright purple crystals at the bottom of it.
Okay. Um, so, okay. So I will grab it and I will pick it up and gaze upon it and say, "Voila! My massive amounts of research and intellect have led me to only one true conclusion. The rest of these are fakes. They're falsehoods, faux potions. This is the antidote."
And as you look at the antidote, it's got a small little piece of paper, and it's just it's got a llama on it.
Ah, I knew it. The
Smarties.
the poison for Cusco. Cusco's poison.
The historic poison that killed Cusco.
Ah, yes. I should have known from the very beginning. So I will take the antidote. I will either cover with my hand or put a cork in it if there's a cork available. And I will recount my spikes and I will zip back through.
Yep, Dex.
You've got it.
Give
I
me
will.
that Dex.
Hey,
so.
look out!
Do I have advantage this time or
Yeah.
just straight? Okay.
You know the timing.
Okay. Come on. Yeah, Papa needs a new pair of shoes. Oh, that's good. Dirty 20.
Boom, zip right past through. You make it. You're back in the room with Ditto and Fortis, and as you are sitting there in the room, you see the black substance upon the floor. The door sealed magically, no handle or anything upon it.
Okay. I will take the antidote and I will talk. I will start to talk Peltier and Fortis through my harebrained scheme and how I came to this magical deduction. But first, I will say, Fortis, would you like a sample?
I would love a sample.
Just and do a little taste test, see if it works.
Okay, you take a sip.
No,
Just a little, just little.
Well,
little dip.
you find it is extremely bitter as it touches your gums.
It's delicious.
It is foul. It's not nearly as delicious as the poison was. The poison was legitimately delicious and enjoyable in its consumption, but it does not look delicious. The antidote looks good. It's very beautiful in its pristine glass and in color and crystallized form, but its taste is rancid of almost spoiled wine. And so, but it clears the black off your gum line.
How do you feel?
It was delicious.
Well, I'm so glad to hear that. You said that the poison was delicious too, so it's so interesting that both of them are so tasty. But how do you feel?
I feel like $1 million.
Excellent.
Million shillings.
All right, I will take the antidote over and I will give it a little gasoline splash upon the door frame.
Okay, as you splash it and it makes contact with some of the residual black of the poison that was within, on the pedestal that got yeeted. Yeet! As soon as it makes contact, they both form and they shine brightly for a moment. There's a small filter of smoke that billows up, and you find just on the slightest contact of the antidote and the poison, all of the poison, even though it never even touched it, turned white, and the door glows once again, and you start to hear the ice shift. And as it does, and these two giant doors open up into a great icy throne room, you see standing before you at the end through the entrance. I gotta close my thing. You see, I gotta zoom out. It's a big map. Before you, that same elf from before with his gray eyes staring at you. He sits upon his throne, waiting. And then you see this dude here in black and purple armor, wielding a greatsword, ready to fight. It coated in just a sheen of an oil, freshly oiled and freshly ready for combat, pristine armor, not covered in his own boils or festering wounds, but you do see under his eye the mark of Tolona branded into his flesh, and as it rests there, it glows bright purple as your foe stands up from his throne. Please roll me initiative.
Eight.
Oh, that is not good. Okay.
I didn't want to live anyways.
11.
Mike, please tell me you go before them.
No.
So, let me roll for my guys.
Oh, 3 natural ones.
So, you do notice standing behind two pillars, those are the black circles upon the map. There are the original blistering, boil-ridden followers of Tolona, as you had fought once before. But the one in the center obviously is not that. He would probably be a legitimate threat. So, well, I rolled a 1, a 2, and a 3.
Holy shit.
Yeah, I rolled all 3 of those dudes.
Yes!
Captain, what is your intelligence?
I'm very smart.
I have a 14.
Okay, so you're above average.
I would
Ditto.
like to think so.
Ditto is not. But Captain,
Oh.
I would assume, might think instead of poison arrows, maybe antidote arrows might do something here.
That is an astute thing to think. That is
Now,
fair.
I realize that's a little bit of table talk. Ditto would not know this. Ditto wouldn't even
Yeah.
think of this, but I feel like Peltier might.
Mm-hmm. Especially against the festered ones.
Yes, especially against those.
The other two that are living, perhaps the poison is the best. But
yes, but just food for thought.
Yeah, that is interesting. Going forward, I think I think it's still reasonable. Even if your intelligence is not high, you can still have combat ideas. I think it is wise to roleplay those and to perhaps like on your turn maybe shout those out and say, use your poison weapons on the ones who are not festered. And sort of RP it, and that way it is a little less table talky.
Yeah, but you're not going to like how Ditto RPs it, because that's not what's going to happen.
Fair enough.
I'm sorry. We got to
Yep.
play Ditto the way he is.
Well, you can play Ditto however you want. You are Ditto. So,
I am Ditto. He is Ditto.
Yes.
But
That's
yes, just didn't want to do anything out of line was all.
That's all right. If you have an idea, or because I mean, Peltier respects Ditto as a combatant, and so if Ditto has an idea, even if he's not going to follow it, he can still yell it to Peltier and to Fortis.
Well, I guess that's what's hard, because I consider myself smarter than Ditto, but Ditto is just not that smart.
You're smarter than Ditto, but Ditto has more combat experience than you.
He does. He does. Let me think
So-
on it.
It's all right.
So there aren't currently any tokens in this region. Oh yeah, because I have you guys all as pieces of art. So there is the grid that hopefully you all can see quite clearly. The red squares show an elevation change, which we will get to in a moment. I'm going to repeat that, and you will be able to understand what that is initially. So where's my pencil? So Peltier, what did you get?
Peltier's total is 11.
11. Fortis,
8.
ditto.
7.
You like your 7s.
It's a lucky number.
7!
Okay, with that, oh, actually, the order Peltier. Before you go, as
Yes.
a matter of the environment.
Yep.
The environment upon the doors opening and Damien Recker seeing you and seeing upon all that's happening. You see him stand up upon his throne, and as he does so, he raises it as you realize inside this room, the ceiling is incredibly high within this tower, and he has raised himself up 80 feet off the ground of this back region and has built this essentially a cliff that he can use as his own sniper's tower. And as it does, his hands just raised and a purple light shined around the room, and you realize that there are these 3 idols to Tolona surrounding the room. And as he does this magic that raises it in a flash of purple, the icy walls raise out of the ground, and in them you see the remnants of dirt and roots and tower remnants. You see the balance of corpses ridden in it, some of those of the birds and other foul creatures that have been circling over the top of it that have probably fallen in decay. As he raises this, and it is a very slick surface as he has made for himself. But it does still have these handholds even in its own construction as it raised out that can be scaled with one's own mere strength. Or in the case, if you can fly, you may fly. So, and with that, Peltier, it is your turn.
Taking the last drag of the cigarette, and then kind of tossing it aside. I will say, I will call out, if combat is what you desire, so be it. Perhaps there was a world in which our interests aligned. But if you choose violence, it is what you shall receive. And I will draw my crossbow. I will go ahead. So do I have, with him being so elevated, do I have a clean shot at him, the gray-eyed man?
The fact that you have a feat that lets you avoid any form of disadvantage, you're good.
Yep.
Yep. Yeah, because he's having to look over the same way you're having to look up. So you both had the same sort of shot on each other in this case. And as you all can see that there are these little ridges if there's no line through it, like decorated line like this red one, it's free to cross over. You don't have to make a check. It's just free terrain in which you can cover. These stairs are stairs. It does go up. This little thing's like 5 feet, but like other than that, there's no checks or anything if nothing has been colored in. It's just I enjoyed this map.
Okay, perfect. Then I will go ahead and make my first attack. I'm going to pull out one of the poisoned arrows and load it in, and take a shot with my hand crossbow.
Okay.
So that is going to be a natural 18 to hit.
A
I can
natural.
I can tell you what the total is.
Yeah, tell me the total. I assume you hit.
Yeah, so 23 to hit.
Yep, that hits.
Sorry, 24 to hit. Sorry.
You still hit.
6. Yes, there we go. Okay, so it is 2d6 plus 2d10.
Yep.
Okay. That is okay. Okay, so okay, so total on this one will be 35 damage.
35 damage. Okay.
Oui.
Yep, and this is your hand crossbow, so it does that force through him too.
Yes, so it hits. The poison begins to seep, and then a moment later, there is a shockwave.
Is he bloody?
Oh, that's very nice.
He does bleed, if that's what you're asking.
That is nice. That is good to know.
He does bleed.
Okay, second attack. Another 23 to hit. Another natural 18.
That hits.
Okay. That is also passable. Okay, that is 31 damage.
So 35 and 31.
Yep. And bonus action, third and final shot.
Awesome.
Is a so close. Is a natural 19. So that so close. I could feel it. I could feel it. Oh, it is in my grasp. Oh, it's so close. Okay, so that is a 25 to hit. Oh, so close. All right. That's pretty good. Okay. Oh, whoops. That's not right. Okay.
Let me know what your what the points are in poison damage.
Oh, I should have been doing that this
I
whole time.
apologize. I meant to ask that earlier. I got kind of caught up because you always roll high.
No, you're good. Do you want me to re-roll damage for some of these, or for these?
We'll keep the damage this time. Just
I can do it on this last roll.
Yeah, do it on this last roll, and I'm just going to RP some stuff for you. So we have information moving forward for all of you.
Okay. So the total on this one is So the force damage plus sharpshooter is going to be, so my normal damage is 21, and then I got 11 on the poison.
Okay, so these 3 darts shoot up. You have 1 from your hand crossbow, 2 from your normal main heavy crossbow.
All 3 from the hand.
All 3 from the hand. And so they fire off in rapid succession. They all find their mark as they lurch and leap up in great force and magnitude at Damien Riker. It comes up and they peer into just his upper chest, and they all pierce into him. And as the poison in itself, that Karthus kiss, finds itself in his own body, you find that it coagulates his blood ever so slightly, and it drips and falls off this 80-foot climb of a cliff. and it falls down and splats heavily upon the ground, and he just chuckles out with a laughter, unleashing one shot at you with his bow. And you see one of the idols of Talona shimmer and then lights out in a moment as it gives him this quick reaction time, and it follows him in almost a shadow of himself, similar to almost Ditto's Ditto Echo, as it follows behind him ever so slightly in a purple echo of himself, and this arrow in quick and rapid fashion um, shoots at you. You find that he cackles down and he goes, "Your lack of understanding of my goddess shows that you will not win this fight. For I was never born to fight you, I was never born to defeat you, but Talona has spoken of it, that all those that follow your god and the paladins must fall for me to avoid the great cleanse of this world." That is a natural 19 to hit.
Oh yes. Oh yes.
Okay, I
that-
have a reaction.
Do it.
Oh. Okay. Sorry. Go ahead.
Yeah.
It's called Shadow Martyr. So I can make my echo throw itself in front of an attack directed at another creature I can see. So basically, before the attack roll is made, you can use your reaction to teleport the echo to an unoccupied space within 5 feet of the targeted creature. The attack roll triggered, the reaction instead is made against the echo.
Okay.
So I imagine like a similar echo, like kind of, flashed and like fired its arrow, and then like my echo like teleports in front of Peltier, and it takes the shot
Mm-hmm.
and it disappears, but so does his echo, like at the same time.
Yeah. So he doesn't have an echo. It's like that thing from. It's like just
Oh,
trailing
his eye
behind it,
things. Yeah.
ethereal kind of
Gotcha.
wisp.
Oh, okay.
It's like a blur. And it's just pulling from that Talona's idol is giving him this power to react so quickly in an instant to taking this damage that it pierces down and allows him to get these quick reaction times.
I understand.
Um,
Okay. That's my
mhm.
fault.
And so, but
No, that was good. That was good flavor. I like
yeah,
that.
your echo though teleports itself automatically, just intuitively on a reaction, and finds itself in the mist, and you find the echo. You can still see through the echo and see the arrow pierce down into it, this elongated arrow in its own frozen section as it hits the echo, and you see the ice coating around the center of the echo's chest as it destroys the echo. Um, and the arrow is just left and floats, and then as the echo dissipates, the arrow clatters down at your feet, down to just a simple broadhead arrow.
So
Yeah.
I kind of imagine I was like bing, 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 and like taking my shots, loading up the syrupy arrows. And
Mhm.
then whenever he like flashes and he's like, "You fool," and then takes his shot, and then Ditto teleports his echo in front of me, takes the hit. I'm kind of like wincing, and I kind of look up in time to see like, and then the arrow drops. I'm just gonna kind of look over at Ditto. Well played, my friend. Well played. Cover me. And I'm gonna go ahead and move myself over to I'm gonna move over to this. And I'm going this is a ledge, right? Because of the stairs.
Yeah, up here.
Okay.
I'm sorry, I
I'm
clicked the
gonna
wrong thing. Up here. Yeah.
so
So
to like
everything. I'll try. Go ahead and tell me what you're gonna do.
no, you're good. So is this an elevation change? Like is this like a little bit of a jump to get up here?
So everything past here. Oops. Oopsie daisy. That black line. Um. Yeah, it's just like 5 feet, but it doesn't cause
Mhm.
any crazy disadvantage. You guys are athletic enough; it's not going to cause any disadvantage on your movement.
Um okay, so if I crouched right here, could I be completely hidden? Like, is
Uh,
this enough of a ledge that if I went prone, I'd be out of sight?
yes. Yeah,
Okay.
I would allow that.
then I'll go ahead and kneel down and go prone,
Okay.
and I'll kind of reload and just kind of and get ready for my next action, but kind of back against the ice, as I kind of look to Ditto and say, "Cover me," and get ready for my next go, and that's the end of my turn.
All right, Fortis, it's your turn.
I activate my Hell Ruin as my bonus action.
Okay.
So resistance to bludgeoning, poison, or not poison, but piercing, all that fun
Mhm.
stuff.
What does it look like, my guy? This isn't the one that makes you bigger.
Nope. That's next turn, buddy.
God
Uh,
damn. All right, someone has now accumulated aggro.
I think that's what he wanted.
oh yeah. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. I'm straight up in here. And I go,
Using that
nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
What does the
Uh,
Hell Rune look like to you?
Yeah.
Pretty much like his glaive and like his back just starts glowing. He's like, oh, I'm starting to feel kind of warm. Ooh. He never realized what it actually does.
Yeah. He's like, those cigarettes are paying off.
I should really pick up smoking more often. So, and then my action, technically, I don't think I can reach. That's 15 feet?
You have 10-foot reach.
Just short. Just short. So, I guess I'll hold my action, maybe?
Wait, so these are only 5 feet. So James said that we could hop over this, right? Just to go
Yeah.
straight here.
Yeah, you can just move one over. Like as if you had gone diagonal, because diagonals are 5 feet.
You know what? You're right.
That'll give you the reach you need, buddy. Let's go.
How?
Ka-chow.
There, right quick. Whip out the glaive with the poison. And then I'm gonna roll to hit this guy, huh? Does a 22 hit?
Yes.
Great. So that's 3d10 for me. 1. There's 2. There's my third one. There's 3. That's pretty good. 10, 9, 5. 24 plus 5. That's 29 points of damage.
29 points of damage?
Uh-huh.
Yeah. As your glaive cuts down on this individual that's covered in these boils, just as last time, you begin to see that the blood that coated your blade infiltrates into his own body very quickly, just as it passed through the dermal layer upon your gum line when you had ingested it. And it invigorates his whole body, and when he begins to bloat this time, you can see the black ichor flow through his veins as it does so, and it begins to erupt. You are within 10 feet. As he erupts and covers you in this same visceral goo, as it splashes out of him in an eruption. I need you to make a Constitution saving throw.
I'm great at these, man. How's a natural 20 looking? So a 28.
Yeah, so you succeed.
Barely.
You take so do you have resistance and then another resistance?
Yes, I think he just has resistance, and then if he's got the save, it's double resisted, correct?
So he has advantage against being poisoned. So if it's a poisoning effects, he gets to roll advantage. But he has, and then whenever poison damage is applied, he halves it.
Okay. I don't think he needs to roll with advantage.
I got a 3.
We'll take the nat 20, baby. So You feel it the same way. It all passes through the skin. But your body and just natural attunement through your own magical items. You see the belt that you wear upon your right, poor dwarven kind, gives you poison resistance. And it glows and shimmers, building upon the light of your own ruins. And as it does so, you find the poison carries no effect upon you. No damage, absorbed wholly into your body and cast out just at the same time. You'll find yourself not poisoned and not damaged by the poison following a natural 20.
Ooh. Ooh.
Now, since
Critical success.
Mhm.
I know I get 2 attacks and I have my glaive out, is there any way I can throw my javelin at the dude in the middle? It's okay to say no. I understand.
No.
So did the poison just automatically erupt him, or was it just the weapon damage that erupted him?
The weapon damage. Even in the room before, they're one-hit wonders.
Gotcha.
That's the end of my turn.
Okay. Ditto, you are up.
I'm going to run to the restroom real quick.
Ditto. Bonus actions out. The echo.
Hell yeah.
Little.
Hell yeah. He back.
I'll go 5, 10, 15 feet. Boom. And then Ditto's going to take his wonderful hand axe and he's going to yeet it at this dude. If he's a one-hit wonder, based on my past experience.
Mm-hmm.
Does a 19 hit?
That hits. What are you hitting him with?
I have a hand axe,
Yo.
so I just yeeted it.
Wait, how far away is he?
I don't know. 5, 10, 20.
Based off what count?
This one,
Which one?
in the middle.
Oh, he's not a one-hit wonder. He doesn't look like the other ones.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
And that's 30 feet.
I'm so sorry.
That's disadvantage.
Oh, no, then I threw it at this one. The one that I
Yeah.
want to do the one-hit wonder one.
So roll with disadvantages, if my memory serves me correct.
They're
Hand
20. It's
axes
20,
20 and
60.
60. So you have
Yes.
disadvantage.
So we'll do.
Wait,
5,
and it's 45 feet away?
He's 45 feet.
That's within range then.
It's within range. It's just disadvantage. The 20 is without disadvantage. The 60 is the cap at disadvantage. That's what those numbers mean.
I always get
He
confused by that.
He doesn't
Right.
have sharpshooter with his hand axe.
Hell no, I don't got
Damn.
sharpshooter. That's not.
That's good. That's clear. That's safe.
Okay. So can I still take that initial roll of 19?
Oh yeah, absolutely. Yeah, no, because
Yeah.
that was just a miscommunication. I just like these dudes.
No,
It
I
was
do
just
too.
easier for one.
I do too. So that's 1. So I bonk him. Does he erupt?
Oh yeah, he erupts. He doesn't touch anything within sight, but and as he does, his goop just lays there. It fully erupts. The axe hits. It gets stuck in. And as it erupts, the hand axe flies off. And clatters probably about 5 feet in front of you. But yeah, same thing happens, but he doesn't get coated in that black ichor as long as the blade wasn't coated in that. So
And then my
Yeah.
second attack, I still have the javelin of lightning. It is no
Right.
longer lightning, but it is still considered a magical javelin.
yes,
So second attack, Ditto's going to yeet the javelin at this dude in the middle.
Okay.
Because I don't think I can hit. No, because it's 30 feet. Yeah, I can't hit the dude up top. So Ditto's gonna take 1. Yeah, 1. So he can get a clear line of sight and make sure 10. 15. Getting yeah, buddy.
Yeah, boy. Get him.
Yeah, rolled a hit. That is a 23 to hit.
You
Hell
hit
yeah.
him. It slams straight into his sternum. Roll me with some damage.
Damn, that's not good. I got a 7 damage.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
As it
Got his
hits
ass.
in, is that the end of your turn?
I am going to.
You have your reaction back, by the way. You regain your reaction at the start
Yes.
of your turn.
Yep, and I'm actually going to go back, and I'm gonna not crouch. Well, yeah, I'm not gonna crouch, but I'm gonna get back next to Peltier, and I'll just tell him, say, you just keep shooting at the guy up top. We'll handle these down here, and I'll end my turn. I protect my homie, end my turn.
Yes. An excellent use of turn.
So, with that, the spear punctured straight into his sternum. You find that he takes one hand, he hoists the greatsword onto his shoulder and rips the javelin out and drops it to the side. And he begins to make his way forward. 5, 10,
Making my way.
15, 20. And as he has 25, 30, he's going to leap the last 10 feet
Don't do that.
in front of you both. And as he does, he strikes down on Ditto.
Oh damn.
With the weight of his greatsword, both hands coming down in a sweeping arc from the air. I rolled a dirty 20 to hit.
Absolutely.
Runic shield. He has to re-roll a d20.
Okay.
Mm,
A 18 plus 10.
Oh!
Wait.
It was worth it. It was worth it.
Oh,
I rolled the blue die that time.
Ow.
I tried.
And you
Hey, it was
take,
good.
Mm,
and as you see the oil glistening in a magical essence upon his blade, it seems to find every weakness in your armor as it comes down slashing through. And upon finding the weaknesses in your armor, it
I
also
have no
seems
armor.
to. That's right. It also seems to glide past all of your scales. It cuts through with ease. And you find that oil just makes it able to slip past any form of resistance that it might have ever run into. And as it does, you take 11 points of slashing damage.
Oh boy.
just 3d10 of poison damage, no big deal.
And can you make a Constitution saving throw?
100. Oof.
7.
You know what? It might be.
Oh no.
It's a 10. It's a solid 10.
As you
Wait.
find,
Indomitable.
Indomitable.
Oh.
Indomitable.
rolls a natural one.
Wait. Okay. 15.
Okay, you find yourself, this blue ichor begins to try and grow upon you, and as it does, you start to find these welts forming up almost like warts upon your scales, and then they just freeze and fall off just as quickly as they come up.
He gave you chlamydia.
Yeah. And and as this happens, you find yourself have resisted the blue rot as it began to form and infect you. And you find now standing before you, as not just from his leap, as it caused the skidding of ice in it to shave and sunder and fly up into the air, you find that it sits there, floating around the essence of his being in an aura, surrounding him at his own footsteps. As you stand ever closer to him, you begin to feel the very air freeze before you. Your breath fogs up and freezes in the air. It's so cold. It it's like it makes your eyes hurt. You start to see frost forming upon your scales. Your wounds start to freeze over that you are obtaining as you are within 5 feet of this individual. So, with that, that's the end of that dude's turn. And we're just gonna make some longbow shots. Connor, first one's coming for you.
Goddamn coward.
Of 14.
No.
Okay. G,
Fucking loser.
arrow's coming for you. An 18 to hit.
You know what? Is that the first time you've missed me? Is that the first time?
How do you have
Oh my god!
How do you have an 18 AC?
I have a 19 AC.
From what?
So I have +4 dex, +3 unarmored bonus from Dragonhide, and +2 from a shield.
Yo!
Big brain.
I was
So
like, I thought you were unarmored and not a barbarian. What are you doing?
Oh, I'm armored. It's just Dragonhide.
That's
Hell
baller.
yeah!
That's baller.
You have an 18 AC? I got a 19 AC.
All right.
I got a 20.
I'm gonna say this one was the shield though. This one was like
Oh
I
yeah.
feel like the shield's there, and I see the arrow, and just a quick like bing. But that shield definitely got a dent in it.
Yeah.
Brandon, I rolled a 16 to hit you, Brandon.
Well, I'm in full cover, so I don't think he can shoot me.
Oh yeah, you're in full cover. I apologize.
Wait. Actually, I meant he can shoot me. That's fine. And he
No,
misses.
hit me again. Hit me again. I'm feeling good.
Hits him again. Hits him again. So he'll do that, and then he'll go chill behind full cover.
What?
He'll just take a few steps back. He's on a cliff. He can just take a step back, and you can't see him.
Yeah, that's fair.
That's fair.
That he made. So he takes those shots. All of them miss. Every single one just deflected. Fortis, you sit there and you break the arrow shaft as it comes through. It comes through split. It shatters past you as it comes through, and it hits against Ditto in your shield. It slams into it. You can feel it pierce, but the blunt of it breaks off, leaving an indentation and definitely forcing your arm to recoil back into yourself as it thuds into it. You take no damage, but you can feel the effects. He goes ahead and took a wild shot at you, Brandon. He's just a petty bitch. And it was a warning shot. By that,
of the like step, and I was like, all right, note to self.
all right. And as they all come through, you find these just familiar. They're all trailed by the white icy substance that they all tend to hold, and then lose their magical qualities as upon they hit their target or miss. And the arrows revert back to their natural state. So, as this happens, we come up to round initiative 20. This is the environment's turn.
Oh shit.
What?
Yeah.
Excuse me?
What?
So you begin to find not just is this guy cold and causing freezing effects around you. You find a fog begin to roll in and build up surrounding you and Peltier. I need a little circle. I bet.
I ain't that cold.
Ain't air cold.
I don't need the inside to be black. Be gone, thought. There we go. And we will use dark blue. So, why did I do that? Like a freaking chump. I'm struggling, guys.
It's okay.
You're doing great.
It's all good.
He's having too much grown-up juice.
I haven't even had any alcohol today.
I'm about to.
I gotta be
It's-
real, guys. I'm nervous.
Dude, I'm
not.
feeling good. I think that was the first time Jim's missed Ditto. I think he's hit every single
Well,
attack against Ditto.
like 2 sessions ago, whenever you like took off your armor because of the acid dragon, I was like, uh-oh. I was like, man, I don't know about this. And then like there was, I don't know, you said something at one point about like, it's fine, my AC is okay, or something like that. And I was like, what do you mean? And then I was like, oh, dragon. Oh shit, Mike's way smarter than us. Okay.
Yeah,
It's
Michael's
just
doing
it's
Oh,
a
it.
cool RP
He's-
thing. It's a feat. It's called
Yeah.
Dragon Hide, and it's super cool.
Yeah.
Michael's playing D&D.
He's,
For once.
he is here.
He's here.
What?
So in a 20-foot radius, you find yourself surrounded by these. It's almost like the air has crystallized into the equivalent of micro caltrops as they begin to push and prod into you both. I need you both to make Constitution saving throws.
Let's go.
Brennan, I hope you kill this guy.
We will see what happens. Okay. Oh, that's good. Okay, I'll take that. 22.
10.
Okay,
Mike,
you-
I know you were feeling good, but
You both
Hey.
succeed
What?
on your saving throw.
What?
I know.
That
Isn't
was a
that
nat-
amazing?
That was a nat 2.
Yeah, you both succeed on your saving throw, and you take
60
Oh.
damage.
7 points of cold damage.
Hey, you know what?
As they begin to push and prod into you, and this uncomfortable cold encapsulates you in the frozen, it seems to not affect this wintry soldier before you, Talona's own blade in itself. He sits there enjoying the cold, feeling it, and enjoying its comfort. As it sits there, Brandon Peltier, it's your turn.
Man.
Okay.
You also see that the sorry, just before your turn,
Yeah,
you
you're
see
fine.
that the idol that flashed out in its purple after being used as a reaction for Damien Riker. You see that again at the start of this round as this swarm of cold in the layer in the environment, it has restored itself back and turned itself back on, back and alive. Talona's blessing still alive and strong within this layer.
I don't like that.
Can
I
I
was hoping that would go away.
can I use a reaction to shout something?
You don't have to use a reaction to shout
Yeah,
something.
you can just shout something on. That was like a free action.
Just keep it like not speech.
Shoot the statues.
All right.
No.
I don't know
So-
how sharpshooter works, but you do have someone within 5 feet of you.
Yes, I have crossbow expert, so it doesn't it doesn't impose
perfect.
disadvantage.
Yeah, you're
Um,
bang.
yeah. So are these the statues? Like, I've got to get off of that. Like 1, 2.
We'll put
3?
a magical third one. Yeah, we'll just say those are them.
Okay.
That sounds good.
Okay. Okay.
2,
Mhm.
3. 3 statues. I put little purple rings down there.
Well, that's probably just as good of a use of what I was going to do.
You can also ignore me. That was a random thought that came up.
I got the statues.
That's true. That's
thought.
true.
I'll kind of whenever you shout that, I'll go good thinking, Ditto, but perhaps we have larger problems on our hands right in front of us. So
I'm like
will,
wrestling this dude. We're fine.
We're fine. And I'm looking at my health, going, if he does that one more time, I'm fine. So I will stand up, and I will take my hand crossbow, and knowing what I know, yeah, I'm gonna. Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and load a poison arrow in it, and I'm gonna basically, because like I'm right here, so I'm gonna stand up, and I was prone, so I'm gonna stand up. That's half my movement, and him being like right there. I imagine he's like 5 feet above me, so I'm basically just gonna point straight at his kneecaps, and I'm just gonna plant. I'm just gonna plant a crossbow bolt right in his kneecap.
I will tell you, I will raise his AC, but like if you're able to really do like good damage,
Yeah.
I'll let's do it this way. I'm gonna raise the AC.
Okay.
And if you hit, it will half his movement.
Okay. So what I'm thinking then is, because it's so close, and because like obviously he's wearing like armor on his kneecaps and all that kind of stuff, I am going to so crossbow expert allows me to not have disadvantage within 5 feet.
Yep.
But sharpshooter is where I can take a penalty and like kind of like look down the lane and like try and hit something like hit a PU a mile away kind of thing. So
Yep.
I'm gonna roll these. I'm gonna roll these without sharpshooter. So I won't get the +10, but I will get like my full to hit bonus. So I should be more accurate but less damage is kind of what I'm going for. So that way I can kind of plant these in between the notches of the armor.
That sounds good.
So rolling that. I am glad I did that. Dirty 20.
Ooh,
9 plus 11.
dang.
Yeah, you hit. You hit.
Okay. Total damage. So do you want me to break out the poison and the
Yes.
and
Break
my
down
force? Okay.
the poison.
Okay. So 11 points of piercing and force damage, and 11 points of poison.
Oh, as the poison hits, you see the symbol upon his face glow as the poison begins to go through his body, and it seems to almost have no effect as it has before. It just seems to dissipate as soon as it touches him, as this purple glow forms under his skin upon that ruin. This branding on him.
Okay.
What'd you roll for damage on the kneecap?
So it was 11 points of force and piercing.
He looked like a flamingo.
She has taken 18. So with that, you shattered his kneecap. Just the force you see that surrounds your bolt just from the own enchantment of this weapon. It explodes, breaking the top of it, shattering it. You find himself down on one knee as he rises back up and hobbles himself, using his great sword to get back up. He is down at half movement at this point, with a wounded leg
Okay.
that will not restore itself even through magical means at this point, permanently scarred.
Okay. So seeing that did it, and that the poison had it had no effect, right? That's what I
Mhm.
gathered from that. Okay.
Mhm.
I will load a regular arrow, or a regular bolt, cock it, and I will plant another shot in his other knee.
Okay.
Okay, that is a 17 to hit.
That does not hit.
Okay. If that does not hit, I will go ahead and use my last superiority die.
Okay.
And so that.
Do you have inspiration? Because I still have one.
Oh yeah, I do have inspiration. That's just a straight advantage, right?
You roll like at your level, you roll like a d10.
Okay.
So that's your call.
So just
but
add
I
a add a d10. No, that's a great call. So add a
Yeah, add a
d10
D10.
add a d10 to the roll if I want to use inspiration.
Mhm.
Well, yeah, I want to do that. I would love to use inspiration.
Okay.
Hiya! Okay, so 17 and 4, so 21.
That hits.
Okay.
You shatter his second kneecap.
Good call, Mike. Okay. Yeah. So that is 8. So that is 13 points of damage.
Okay. 13.
Okay, and so that was into his second kneecap. I will go ahead. Third and final shot. I'm gonna try and plant that one in his swinging arm shoulder.
Okay.
Okay. Let's do this one. Hiya. Oh yes. Okay. 24 to hit.
That hits.
Okay. That is 11 more points of damage.
11 more points of damage?
None of those were sharpshooter.
Yeah, because
I
you
was
were doing
basically
all
just-
you were shooting through the armor to try and
Yeah.
immobilize him.
Yeah, because I'm picking my shots so carefully, I'm trying to like be like
Mhm.
ping, 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 and like just like
Mhm.
really like pick them.
I gotta Google something real quick.
Yeah, you're fine.
Yo, you think that hurt?
What?
Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
Hey, get that out of here with that.
You think that hurt? Just wait till you see what's coming to his right.
Da, 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 da.
Flintlock wood.
So, you have found that for one turn, he is the equivalent of incapacitated.
Okay.
So he can't take actions or reactions as these 3 bolts slam into him. One into his kneecap. He raises himself up. During the point in which he's raising, you shatter his other kneecap. Within, as it goes through, you see that it looks like it's not about to penetrate through the armor. And then the pulse behind it pushes it through and blows out his second knee. As you find this moment of weakness as he's falling down prone, you have found that that as he's laying there, his knees fall into the ground. He lays there only resting against his greatsword, and you fire off into the shoulder holding his greatsword, causing that same explosion and dislocation of his arm. He finds himself unable to fully wield his heavy weapon, this great sword in his hand, and he lies there just trying to regain himself. You see his body trying in its own great might to heal itself, and it cannot keep up with the wealth of damage that has been dealt into him. It is having a hard time recovering, but you can see him, his own body already beginning to try and come back from itself. He sits there in agony. He goes, Talona, give me your strength. Cleanse me, keep me ready for battle. And as it does so, his shoulder pops back into socket from its wound and the bolt pops out. His knees still shattered. He still has not found the strength to get back up, nor the sinew mended from the sheer damage done by these bolts. With that, so he has the incapacitated condition.
Okay, looking like he's more focused on healing than trying to take a reaction against me. I'm going to use my 15 feet of movement and get out of the icy bullshit. And I will go back prone.
Nice
'Kay.
job.
Great suggestion with inspiration. That is very helpful. I've been waiting for like a good time to use it, and that was it. That was good.
That was perfect. That was a really good move. Fortis.
Bonus action,
You-
giant smite.
All right. Whatever.
Whatever.
Ah!
So you said this man is kind of on the
Incapacitated.
ground, huh?
Yeah, he's
He
on
is
his knees.
FUKT.
I'll just kind of put him there. And I take it this is with advantage because it's considered flanking and he's incapacitated.
Yeah, he's prone.
Yeah.
Fucking get his
he's
ass.
he's literally prone. He's like, I say incapacitated because the best way to explain he's like incapacitated and restrained. Like is the best way to explain what he's in.
Mhm.
19 plus 9.
That hits.
Do I add the poison damage or no?
I would not add it. We've gone twice now. We've gone through a role play and shown that it has had no effect.
Okay. 6 points of damage. Yeah. Plus a D8, right, Brandon?
Yeah, so with Giant's Might, you double your weapon die. So,
Yeah.
so like you're swinging a D10, so you're 2 D10s, and then a D8 on one of your attacks.
Mm-hmm.
Then I need me a D8 here.
Sorry, how to work email.
Okay, so I 20 points of damage on my first attack.
So how much damage total?
20.
20. You went from 6 to 20?
Yeah, because the D8 and then plus my 5.
Okay. How do you want to do this?
Oh shit!
I feel like
Let's see.
he just dropped down and he's like hanging over the ledge. I'm just gonna decapitate him.
Okay, you come over, and in your own elegance and grace with this weapon, as well as the sheer might you cast down upon him, and your glaive comes through a clean cut against, and you see his body try to resist it in his own frozen aura as it does into the. Oh, wait, you walked into this fog, didn't you? No, you didn't. You did not.
I'm on the edge
sorry.
of it.
Nice. You cleave through, and the frost upon the back of his neck shattered through. You find it coat the top of your glaive as it comes through almost in slow motion, and it goes from ice to water instantaneously.
Nice.
And it's a smooth cut, and you see the glow that once shone on the mark, his Talona's brand on his cheek, dissipate in a flash of purple, and he collapsed. And then you see his body begin to once again get covered in blue rot as boils and all these things, no longer protected by Talona and the goddess of disease. You have found that he also was once just a very sickly man as he takes this blow, dead on the ground. His blood freezes within this cloud of ice. And you find that that aura that he once had dissipates with him, slowly fleeting. It sits there and just lays as a puddle, small puddle of water at his feet, mixed with blood.
That's brisk, baby.
So, would you like to do anything else with your turn?
I cannot do anything else. I can't
Okay.
move. I can't attack again. I'm chilling.
Cool. Ditto.
I watch after just getting cleaved in the shoulder, blocking the arrow, and then watching this dude just get lit up, and followed by a swift dum 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 decapitate.
Yep.
I'm gonna kind of regain my footing, roll my shoulder as kind of the magical healing kind of stitches over the wound, and I'm just ditto, just kind of. Oh, I'm not on the right thing. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60. And bonus action 5, 10. Right here. And I assume the stairs are the front of the wall.
Yeah, so the front of the wall is like where these red lines are.
Okay, so I use my action to dash, and
So
I
it's
just
like-
teleported.
Here.
Oh, the front of the wall's here. I'm so sorry.
Yeah, because these are the red boxes where these red boxes are. I should have just done one big red box, but
Okay,
I
so
didn't
I
really
just
think
used
about
30
that.
feet to go there, and then I will bring my. He was here. Yeah, I'll teleport my. I'll bring my Ditto 30 feet. So my Ditto's directly above me. Echo's above me, probably at like 15 feet. And then I'll bonus action and teleport up to where the Echo is and latch onto the wall using my. I have my talons to climb. So
Mhm.
Dragonhide lets me bring out my actual dragon claws. So I'm going to try and use that to dig into the ice, and I'm going to start
Okay.
marching my ass up there.
Roll athletics.
Well, I used all my movement to get to that wall, and bonus actioned up just to like grab the wall.
Yeah, that's what the athletics for.
Oh,
where
okay,
you're
okay.
grabbing
Just
the wall.
Okay, 100%. That is a 17 plus 8, 20
Yep.
something. Yeah.
You find yourself firmly clung into the wall. You went up how many feet? 15?
Yeah, I'm about 15 feet.
15 feet up the wall. You find yourself there beginning your ascent up. Is that the end of your turn?
That's all I can do.
With that, at the end of your turn, an arrow comes forth, another flash from one of these idols down here as it flashes through and then blinks itself away. You have found with his own, probably not a natural perception of knowing exactly where you are, he not scopes, but comes back over the wall to take a shot at you against it. And he will roll. A 14 hit.
Who are you aiming at?
You.
14 does not hit. Is that 2? Is that 2?
We're gaming, boys.
This is the best session of our lives.
Oh my
I'm
god.
not rolling very high. The arrow clatters against the wall. And as he does so, he goes back into his full cover and hides. The
Stupid.
arrow finding its way. It makes no contact. Just misses entirely. So, but it's his turn anyway. So, with that, G, I'm making 2 shots against you.
100. I understand.
A miss. Rolled a 2. And then a dirty 20.
Yeah.
Runic
Yeah.
shield.
Roll it again.
Okay.
I got 2 of those left.
Now's the time.
A dirty 21.
Damn. How does it always go up?
Gee, I'm trying here, man.
You're doing everything correctly.
You're doing God's work.
You're doing God's work. I don't think I have anything. Yeah, I got
Oh.
nothing. I got nothing.
As the arrow finds its way to you, you take 11 points of damage in piercing damage
Yep.
and 8 points of cold damage.
Ow.
Connor,
Yeah.
an arrow for you, my friend.
It does not hit.
I rolled a natural 20.
But yeah, how is Fortis looking though? I feel like Fortis is like feeling good.
He's at 87. We'll see after this.
I was 85, so we're in the same boat. But you
guys
take
have
half.
85 health.
Had.
86 is my max.
Oh, my max is 105.
115.
God.
So you take 21 points of piercing damage and 30 points of cold damage.
And that's half.
God.
No, those are the totals because I don't know if you have cold damage. That's why I gave them to you separately.
I
So,
have resistance for cold or
Oh, that's
cold.
nice.
are you just
That's
resistant to everything?
Cold
No,
and
that's
poison.
Goliath.
Oh yeah, Goliath. That makes sense. So yeah,
And he resists piercing because he
yes, the hill rune.
hill ruined. Yeah.
We do
So
win.
10 plus 15.
25. That's a hit.
25 points of damage as this arrow finds its mark straight into your chest. It pierces down just below the sternum, plunging itself deep. You feel it hit the back into your spine. As it does, it leaves a cold frostbite circle surrounding where it has entered. And as it does so, G, you find a similar wound. It does not go nearly as deep as it penetrates only into your shoulder.
Same shoulder.
And it's able to come out with ease or break off, and you just have the split end right there sticking out as you are still continuing to make your ascent. It does not slow you down. And with that, he will do that, and it's the environment's turn.
Hooray!
On roll 20. So
I'm almost bloodied.
So, you see that these ice shards among the ceiling. I will make attack rolls with these ice shards. 2 are falling upon you as you hear Damien Riker up above shouting. He goes, Talona, if I cannot bring down these foes, I pray that you help me bring them down with me. And as he says this, they rattle, and a burst of light, this purple, shatters the icicles above where Peltier is, and another one over Fortis. And as it does, these icicles come down. It's a +7 to hit as they're coming down.
Dex save, dex save, dex save.
So, Brandon, the first one's a 15 plus 7,
Oh.
and a 17 plus 7.
Oh.
And then Fortis, I rolled a 2 plus 7.
Wait, can I
Oh.
have one of those?
Yeah.
Oh,
Can you trade attacks?
Yeah, can he have yes, both of those hit me comfortably.
Okay. Um,
I have the lowest health and the lowest AC. I am a valid man and I trust my abilities. I'm
you
enough.
take 16 points of piercing damage on the first one,
Oh, I was really hoping that was total.
and 14 points of damage on the second one as they both fall upon you, descending, guided by Talona herself with an immense fight. They weren't just using gravity in their descent, but followed by a force of purple light and force as they plunge down like arrows themselves coming down upon you. They shatter upon impact, bludgeoning and piercing past your armor. You feel it in the weight of your bones, probably the equivalent of what happened to Talona's little servant that you did to him when you busted his kneecaps.
Oops.
And you just hear from the top, Damon Riker, he goes, "Thank you for doing what I could not do, Talona." And yeah, the other one, Fortis, it hits you, but it doesn't affect you. It literally just right on your head, just shatters on impact.
Oh, it's a burning gentleman.
Your newfound beard protects you.
Yeah. With that, we are at the top of the round. Peltier, it's your turn.
the first thing I would like to do is shout at Talona, stop! Will you fucking quit? Okay, so I will go ahead. So he's still behind full cover, no?
I don't think I moved him this time. I think he's just staying. I think he's staying out there. He's got like.
He
so
got
he's
caught up in
visible.
the he got caught up in
He's
the
a
moment
very-
praying.
He's very well because the other thing too is that for the way that works is he has to be able to see where those spikes should fall.
Oh, so he's kind of aiming them a little bit.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So he's
You might want to use your healing surges for real low.
Yeah, we're bloodied, that's for sure. um, but the problem is the amount of hit die that we have left. Because I will be honest with you, we're not doing great on those either. Okay,
You do have potions too. I do
That's
believe you
true.
guys have potions.
yeah, that's true, but that requires me using my bonus action, and I like attacking with my bonus action. So, I will emerge from my full cover that he may or may not have known where I was, and because he was behind full cover whenever I went there, and I didn't move, so I will emerge from my full cover, and seeing that he has not taken full cover, I will say, "Oh, you have made an error, my friend," and I will take my crack shots at him. So, let us begin. I would also like to natural 20 if that is it in the cards. But I do not think that is going to happen. Okay. So we are adding 6. So this is a 21 to hit. Does a 21 hit?
Yeah.
Okay. I could not see the poison effect, right? The last time I shot him with the poison.
You can make a deduction that it's
That
not
is
having
not
an
going to work.
effect.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, that's fine. Then I will fire away without adding the poison.
Mhm.
So, I will. That the first shot will be. That will be 22 points of damage.
Damn.
And then. So there's no poison damage added. Second shot will be. Oh, I hate doing simple math. 23.
That
hit?
hits. Yeah, that hits.
Okay. And that is 23 points of damage.
Okay.
Okay. And third attack. Come on. You can do it. Come on, Bellier. Damn. No natural 20. That is a dirty 20 to hit.
Yeah, that hits.
Okay. That is 21 points of damage.
21 points of damage.
Actually, I will on the final shot. I will go ahead and add my final superiority die.
Okay.
Let me. Let's see. I believe he will make a wisdom saving throw. So perhaps. Perhaps that is the move. Yes, I will. I would like him to make a strength saving throw.
A strength saving throw. Okay.
I would also like it if he failed.
I got a 3.
So that sounds like a failure if the DC is 17.
Yeah.
So, number one, I'm going to roll damage because this adds damage. So that is 7 more points of damage, and
Okay.
this is the disarming attack.
Ooh.
So, when you hit with a weapon attack, you can expend the 1 superiority die to disarm the target, and if it fails a strength saving throw.
Okay, so with the disarming strike, your 3 bolts come out and hit it. The first 2 jar him as they come out. These repeated blows keep hitting into him, and as he's trying to get out of the way, you realize that he makes an error, especially as a fellow archer in himself, and he leaves his bow exposed, ready to be hit. He does not drop it immediately to his side to keep it protected. And you find that your last arrow comes and it shatters his bow on impact and splits it, and it breaks, and it makes a snapping sound that all know in the longbows, and it retracts, and you find that the bow in itself has broken.
Did it like
Um,
whack his hand at all? Like whenever it snapped,
that's
did it,
the
like,
that's
"Achoo!"
the extra damage.
Ah,
Just a
excellent.
whoosh as it does, and it and the broken bow falls and clatters down off the cliffside, and it hits the edge below, falling into quite a solemn clickety clack as the nice yew bow has fallen.
Nice. That was
Um,
good. That was good.
uh, and he whips out his longsword.
Oh,
Um,
that was not expected.
yep,
um,
he whips
okay,
out his
so
longsword. Yeah.
for my movement, so this little cloud of bullshit is still here, right?
Oh, it's gone. No, it's
Oh,
gone.
okay.
I apologize.
No, you're fine.
Uh,
I will go ahead. Yeah. So I will go ahead and move back over here, and I will go prone one more time,
okay.
and that will be all for me.
I can't freaking touch this circle to get rid of it.
We can, when below half health, we can use healing surge as a bonus action.
Yep.
Okay, cool. Just checking. Okay.
I'm gonna move you for half a second so I can.
Yeah, you're
freaking
fine.
Get this thing. I'm moving you to Fortis. Roll 20's being dumb.
Well done. Well done.
Look right here, and you go and take your full cover because he did not see where you go this time. Last time he went after you when you took full cover.
Yeah.
So.
Well, and he, even if he knows where I am,
Yeah.
it's, if he
Yeah.
can't make line of sight, then that still
Right.
helps with some different spell effects.
I should have. Yeah, I should have done it with. I should have done it with disadvantage.
Oh, it's fine. I just kind of
yeah,
assumed it was like
apologize.
auto targeting, considering he's talking to a god.
It kind of is because it's just a layer. It's like a layer action.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So I just
I was
kind of
gonna say,
treat it
I'm
like that.
Not worried.
Yeah. I was like, but now he doesn't have a bow, so we're gonna have to figure out what to do now. With that, is that the end of your turn?
That is all for me.
Great turn, shattered bow, broken spirit.
And I told him to stop calling out to Jalama.
Yeah, Fortis,
How
Okay.
high is the wall?
80 feet.
80 feet.
How high do you think
Well,
you can jump?
You also have the statues you can break too if you want. Eliminate some of his power, maybe. Maybe.
It's true.
I guess I can try that.
I
You
mean,
can
I don't
also
know.
Scale the wall.
You can also
It's
scale the wall.
scalable.
I do want to scale the wall.
Scale the wall.
The
I'll
He's
wall.
let
got
you
a long-
because the
He
statue
has
is
a long
close
sword. He's
enough.
coming to us.
I will let you know that since the statues are close enough to the wall, you can use those to get you a boost up if you'd like to jump off of them.
What? He's got to do Fortis favors. I understand.
You didn't ask. You just kind of went for it. I was like,
You did enough.
I didn't know what you were gonna do. You just like I didn't know if you could go up the entire wall with your echo.
How high are the statues?
They're like 10 feet tall.
So you could probably go about 20 feet up, and then use a
Okay.
bonus action, or not bonus, but then use dash and get another 30 up the wall. And you'd
So-
be at 50.
Nah, I'm making it up this bitch. I'm action surging.
You have one left?
I have one. So I will climb. So let's say, Jim, how high do I jump off this? Do I need to roll for something?
Athletics.
Yes, it is. It is athletics. Sorry, I was looking something up real quick.
Okay. It's not very good, guys.
Do you have an advantage on athletics?
26.
You can take one additional action on top of a regular action. 26, dude, you succeed. You're climbing with ease. Nothing's holding you back. You're scaling it. All hands. All hands, baby.
And then
Feet finding all the right places, hands finding all the right holds, and you're just finding your way. And you're large, so you're just anywhere there's not a hold, you're just digging your hand into the ice. You're following like just pure strength, just pure fortitude. You also have the immovable rod.
I do.
I just want to point that out.
Dude, I thought about using it because this tower is moving.
Just
It's
rip a
not moving
hole
right
in the
now. It's not moving right now. It stopped moving once it found you guys.
So how high do I make it up jumping off this with an action surge?
10. I forgot the rules for jumping. Standing jump. So you're probably starting at 20 feet up, like Michael said. And then use the rest of your movement to go. You're like 60. You're probably 60.
Yeah, that's fine.
What's your what's your moving distance?
30.
At 50.
I'm
50
at
feet
50.
up. Yeah.
So I'm with Mike right now.
Yeah.
Just hear
Kill it.
heavy grunting
Hey.
behind you.
As you make your leap in the air, is that the end of your turn?
Yeah, that'll be it.
Okay. As you make the leap. Oh no, I can't. He doesn't have his belt. I apologize. He can't do that. He doesn't do anything.
He's just gonna wait for us to come up to him. Bitch.
Why not?
I shout to him, I'm coming for you.
Wait, guys, I have boots of flying. Just wait. Just stay down on the floor. I'm just gonna fly up and just pepper him until he jumps down to you guys.
It's a little late for that.
Yeah, it's fine. Carry on with the original plan.
So, cannot take an action surge. Well, you cannot use its legendary action right now. But ditto. It's your turn.
Okay. So how high up are we?
50.
How much more do I got?
30.
No way.
80 minus 50, baby.
I got 30 feet of movement.
All right, roll
Get
me
out of town.
roll me athletics to
No.
get up the rest
Yeah,
of the way.
that's fine.
1.
Please.
Do some echo bullshit. Teleport.
21.
You just got to make it 15 feet to teleport. 21, absolute success. You make it with ease, no problem as you scale the rest of the wall. You and your echo, hand in hand, foot in foot, as you climb up, doing probably just like I imagine, like this lapel thing where you guys are just boom, boom, boom.
Yeah,
boom,
have you ever seen
teleporting up?
You ever seen Jumper where the dude's like
Yes.
running and like
Oh,
teleporting?
yeah.
It's like that.
Yeah.
That's so cool.
Just these blasts of energy coming through. Just I imagine
want-
like Nightcrawler too.
Yeah.
Nightcrawler
So
pose.
I'm gonna flip up and do a fancy little twirl in the air, and I'm gonna
Mm-hmm.
land. So can you move him closer to the edge? I assume he's at the ledge.
Yeah, I'll move him here.
Thanks, man. So we're gonna land here.
Oh, you go over him.
Yeah.
And land behind him.
And I'm gonna do a Mike Griffin special. And I'm gonna shove using my attack.
Okay.
First one. Oh, that's good. So this is a contest of strength. So
Okay.
16 plus 8 is 24 strength.
I got a 19.
So How's he looking? How's he looking?
He looks good.
Damn. Okay. So I have 2 more attacks. I'm gonna do Unleash Incarnation, and I want to like flavor it a little bit, if you don't mind. Let me see if these other 2 attacks work first. If this happens,
Well, are you shoving him? And
I'm
then
shoving him off the ledge, but I plan on
Yeah.
diving after him
So
Okay.
because I wanted to. Because I know it takes so much time to get to the bottom.
Right.
So I'm gonna roll my other attacks. I want to flavor this because I'm that guy.
That sounds great.
Ooh, that's a natural 19 plus 8. So this is with the dagger. So that's a 29 to hit.
Which dagger are you using?
I'm using, you know which one.
Which-
Shov's not an entire attack because I
It's
do a
one
lot
of
of
your
shoving.
attacks.
It's one of
I
them.
know.
You can.
Okay.
I know.
No,
It's one.
No, I didn't
Bra-
know. I was asking.
Brandon
Yeah,
was
it's one
Brandon
of
was
the
asking.
attacks. Yeah, it's one
Okay.
of the attacks that you can do in your multi attacks. So you can shove or
Disarm.
or
But
disarm.
someone already did that. And then my Unleash Incarnation, please. That did not make it. Oh, but I got Inspiration.
Do it.
That may have worked. 21.
To hit?
Yeah.
Well, I need to know the order. So do you hit with the dagger that does fire damage first? This
So
is what
first-
I need to know.
So first, I'm gonna Spartan kick this dude, and I'm gonna tell him, "Enjoy the dive to your grave." And I'm gonna Spartan kick him, so he thinks I'm like kicking him off. And so as he's like falling backwards, all of a sudden, like fucking anime, like my echo appears right in front of him, and I'm gonna use my bonus action to teleport to my echo, and then I'm gonna
Mhm.
stab him twice on the way down using the dagger.
Okay.
So I'm doing like the Gandalf versus Balrog, but on a
Yeah.
much smaller scale.
Yep. Give me damage. Give me damage.
Damage. Give me the damage.
Because
Alright.
as you hit, the kick hits him. You literally twirl behind him, land, Spartan kick him off the ledge. He is descending. As you are make contact with him, pull him to where you guys are in the air, battling it out, falling, beginning to make your descent. Essentially,
Yeah.
you pierce him with your dagger.
Twice.
Twice. What? Both hit, right? Did you already roll to hit
Yeah.
twice?
I already rolled the hit at all my
Yeah.
attacks.
Both hit. They pierce in, and on that first hit, you find that the fire immediately sparks, and his armor, parts of his armor, shatter and fall as if they were once bound to him only by ice,
Ooh.
lowering
first
his
one-
AC.
So I rolled a 2 on my dagger plus 8. So that's 10. And then my fire damage is 8 plus 8, 16. 8 again. 24 points of fire damage plus 10 points of piercing damage for the first attack.
So what's the total?
That was the total. So 24
What's the-
fire plus 10,
10.
so 34 total.
Okay.
Golf clap.
Yay.
And then 9 piercing plus 8 fire and oopsie. 9 plus 8 is 17. Plus 9 is 26. And 31 more points total.
Say that total one more time for me.
31.
Perfect. 225. 225. So you have dove down to attack him.
Yeah, we're like
Correct.
we're grappled basically,
Yeah.
and just like
You are grappled and you stab him. Some of his armor falls off within these flame attacks as it does, and you feel that flame consume you, and he just smirks as you both are beginning to fall, feeling the wounds within him, and he goes, I see that you have favored the Mascaran. I hope that when I pick up the pieces of my armor, I can hopefully pick up that trinket of yours as well to finally destroy it. And the 2 other remaining idols flash in a purple light, and he misty steps back up onto the ledge, and you find yourself falling without your compatriot, your enemy. On your
That was
next
good.
turn, you will get 1 chance to try and save yourself from falling, but you are in free fall.
How far? Yeah, how far from the ledge/wall am I?
30 feet from the ledge.
From the ledge. How far? And then we're
You
just
can probably get to the wall.
Yep. Okay.
With your echo.
Yeah.
Right, because you can do your 15 feet, but where's your it doesn't matter where your echo is.
Yeah. If it gets farther than 30 feet from me by the end of the turn, it disappears. But I
Oh
assume
yeah,
it's
because
just like
at the start of your turn, you're gonna drop another 30 feet.
at the start.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
So
I'd have
you'll
to.
be 60.
But I may be zooming past Fortis. Maybe he can help.
Well, you'll still be able to do it. You basically get your turn to do what you would like to do to
Gotcha.
try and save yourself. So
Well,
you
it
still
takes a
get your
bonus.
full action.
Well, it
and
takes a bonus
action.
action to summon it, and then my second bonus action is a teleport. So that's the hindrance.
Yep, sounds good.
Yep.
Um,
So close, guys. Almost had him.
It was
So
cool.
close.
That was cool.
It was dope. It was dope.
Almost had him.
That was your turn. It's his turn. I think that he will begin his own descent down. Sliding down with his elvish feet and features and his own graceful eloquence, he starts to begin to slide down and fall with as much grace, utilizing his hands and stuff. He begins to glide down this icy wall in his own fashion. He makes it down. He's just going to use dash and go 60 feet down the wall.
So did he go past Fortis?
You know what? He did go past Fortis. He'll totally go past.
You know, he
Fortis.
technically went past me too.
And not yet. You're 15 feet away from the wall.
Oh, from away from the wall. Gotcha.
Yeah.
If he goes past Fortis, that's interesting.
Like, how
Isn't the
close?
glaive two-handed though?
Yeah.
It,
So how do you
It
stay
is.
on the wall if you wield your glaive?
I
who
don't
said
know.
I'm
But
using the glaive?
if the guy that you're chasing just goes past you, do
Yeah.
you try to stay on the wall? I don't
Perfectly
know,
valid.
but
Well, you guys ponder that. I'm gonna go let Grace outside. I asked my parents a little about Grace. Okay, well, you guys ponder how you want to do that attack of opportunity. Let me know.
because I'm just saying he's got Sentinel and he has and he's got a Polar
Well,
Master opportunity.
If he goes right next to me, what if I just slap him on his face with my fire ruin?
Yeah, well, and that is definitely something you could do, but technically ruling wise, it's up to James on how he wants to rule it, because your hands are like this. But if you saw him start sliding past you, technically you could do something like
An unarmed
whack
strike.
and like whack him. Yeah, you could do an unarmed strike too. Yeah, and just like try to grab him or something, and punch him or something. So
Well, the other option too is you don't have to stop him, because if he keeps falling, I can fall
Gosh.
on him again and do some damage too.
well,
So we
Connor,
could like combo this.
yeah,
I
with
don't know how you're planning to fall on him. by
Yeah,
the way.
with Connor has Polearm Master and Sentinel though, so if he hits with an opportunity attack, this guy's movement goes to 0, which might result in free fall depending on how James wants to flavor that. So I don't
That's true.
technically Connor could. Yeah, Connor, you have the world's your oyster. You can decide if you want to try to
Yeah.
jump at him and try and grab your glaive and whack him, or if you want to just use your spear with one hand, or because that just has a 5-foot reach, or if you just want to try to punch him. I think all of those are equally valid.
I will try and hit him with my glaive. And I know this will take me off the wall.
You have disadvantage to attack.
Oh, hot dice. I rolled an 18 and a 17.
Nice.
Because of the fire damage he took, it reduced his AC, dropping it from a 19 to a 16. So you hit.
Oh, I was going to say, those are both natural.
Yeah, you hit. So,
Damn.
damn.
Yeah, this would be a great time to add your fire rune if you still have it.
I do. So he takes 8 points of damage with the glaive.
Okay.
Remember, you're rolling 2d10s.
I did. I rolled a 1 and
Oh,
a
okay,
2.
perfect.
You rolled, so how much damage? 8?
And then your fire rune.
Yeah, my fire ruin is 2d6, and he needs to make a strength saving throw of 16.
He rolled an 11.
He takes another 6 points of damage.
Okay. So, with that, you begin to fall. I'm going to roll to see if he keeps himself up on the wall. His movement's reduced to 0. So,
What does fire rune do?
Fire ruin. When you hit a creature with an attack using a weapon, you can invoke fire ruin, summon fiery shackles. The target takes an extra 2d6 of fire damage, and it must succeed on a strength saving throw or be restrained for 1 minute. While restrained by the shackles, the target takes 2d6 fire damage at the start of each of its turn. The target can repeat saving throws at the end of each of its turns, banishing the shackles on a success. You invoke this ruin, you can't do so again until you finish a short or a long rest.
So restrained and movement reduced to 0, which I think actually are the same thing. I think restrained does reduce your movement to 0.
yes. So, he succeeded. He's on the wall. He is just
Stuck next to Forrest.
30 feet from the ground. And as he does so, the way it happened is he came down. You cut him just right with your glaive. And as he's trying to combat it with this, you find that he cleaves around, but he cannot get his guard up in time due to this awkward maneuver. He did not think that you would take such a rash action to come out and strike at him against the wall, and it shocked him. You can see the shock within his own eyes as this begins to strike, and you parry past his weak guard and you strike true and cleave right across his chest, causing a wound to open up. And as you do, you also imbue the fire ruin through your glaive as it does, and it pierces out through, and you see these fiery chains encapsulate him and cover him. And as it does so, you see that he has become stuck against the wall more out of shock. As he tries to move out of the way, you find even in your descent, you have cleaved past everywhere he tried to maneuver past, and he found himself it better to just stay put than to try and pursue you. As he takes 0 movement, not wanting to get any closer to his foe that is falling 50 feet. Connor, same for you since you are falling. Oh, you don't quite have the movement. You are gonna hit the ground. You're gonna hit the ground.
That's fine.
Well, that
'Cause
was his
it's-
reaction. That wasn't his
Yeah.
turn. So
Yeah, and so he's fallen. So
I have a plan.
well, you resist bludgeoning damage. So
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Glad somebody does.
um,
touche.
but that shackle still remains on him. He will continue to take the 2d6 burning damage. Very, very good reaction, strong reaction. And he is bloodied. So, with that, Ditto, you are falling. What would you like to do?
No, it's Peltier.
Mine
No.
was reaction.
Oh, you were reactioning. I'm sorry. My bad. It's the layer's turn.
Yeah.
Good luck hitting me, idiot.
Good luck hitting me, idiot. The ground will hit me first.
The lair grows spikes at the bottom. We are all in big trouble.
Pity.
Ditto, I need you to make me
I fail.
I'm sorry, not Ditto. I mean Peltier.
I fail. I can't do anything.
Falling. And I'm free. Free falling. What do you want me to do?
Make a dex save. As a wall of ice forms, he just needs to see the area he wants to put the wall of ice. He doesn't have to see you. This wall is 30 feet long and 30 feet high. And it's 1 foot thick. And so what is your dex save?
21.
21, you succeed, no damage or anything. You are able, as you see this wall form up out of the ice the same way he built his cliff. It is coming to you like a wave of water, but it is just these stones of ice pillars going up and up and up. You dive out of the way. Which side of the wall do you want to be on? Because you did so great on your dex.
So the wall of ice, and you said it's coming down.
Yeah, it's coming up out of the ground, and it's like.
Sorry, I was trying.
Like here, like that. Boom.
Okay. Yeah. Then I'll jump forward, and get up onto this level.
Perfect. So the wall of ice forms up. Pulling you out of full cover potentially with that leap and bound. He can't do anything. He doesn't have a longbow. So
Nice.
he's just at your dispense really till he can reach you.
How's he looking?
He's
Bloody.
bloodied.
Ooh, you might be
and
able to do it. You guys might be able to kill him.
You see the idols come back, that flash of purple in their eyes. They are restored back the energy. Talona still lives fully in this place, as now her chosen champion is descending down into the fight, taking on you three. So, Peltier, it's your turn.
Finish him.
Finish him.
Do it.
Do it.
Damn. I am tempted just to shoot the statues because that is getting really annoying. Okay. He's restrained and is like holding himself on the ice with like his sword stuck in, and is like 30 feet off the ground, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I will go ahead. Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and. Oh shit. Okay, yeah, he forced me out of full cover. Yeah, I mean he's a sitting duck, so I'll go ahead and take my shots at him. And yeah, we'll go ahead and take shots at him. Okay. Come on, I'm still fishing for that crit, baby. Okay. This one is a 16 to hit. That's not very good. I can't do anything about it. So
You rolled a 16 to hit?
Yeah.
That hits.
Oh,
Because of the fire damage reduced its AC from 19 to
Oh.
16.
Oh, that's very lucky.
That's why I said the armor fell off. It reduced his AC, that fire
Right,
damage. That's why I really
right.
need to know which dagger Michael used.
Gotcha. Okay. Okay. Very cool.
That dagger is doing God's work.
It's doing
It-
God's work out here.
it
It's
is-
doing.
The god mass work, truly.
Yeah. Honestly.
So, what god did you say it was? I see you have chosen the blank. What did he say to Ditto as he was falling?
Oh, mask.
Mask.
Like
Okay.
he said, he goes, I see you have chosen to follow the Mascaran, which is a typical name associated with the followers of the mask.
I was making sure I had that for my notes. Okay. Cool. So first one is going to be 23 damage.
Okay, 23 damage.
Okay. Second one. Oh my god. Okay. That is. That misses. That's a 14 to hit.
Okay, that does not hit.
That is not good. Okay, come on, baby. Come on. Bring it back. Our luck is not doing great. Oh shit. That's not good. That's a 15 to hit. That's a miss.
That does not hit.
Damn.
Just
You
barely
did better
does
when
not
he had
hit.
full armor.
Yeah.
That's insane. Yeah.
I was hoping reducing his AC would be a boon, but
Yeah. No, I used
not
all
in
my
the
luck.
cards.
Don't have any
Yeah.
more luck left. Okay, so since he forced me out of my full cover, pardon me. I'll use my movement and get up to actually I'll move over here and try to get behind this thing. Behind this pillar.
Okay.
Okay. And that is it for me. Firing a couple duds.
Okay, so your one arrow comes and strikes true, and it hits him square, just right in, like, it's like a liver shot, and he winces in pain as he pulls it out, and drops it, still stuck against the wall. The other one strikes, it goes wide. As you had just found yourself dodging outside of a wall, you were lucky that one struck true and hit just off of primal instinct. The other one, as you're trying to get through, your two compatriots falling, you are finding yourself to be more cautious as you're trying not to take them out in the scheme of also felling your foe. You take another shot. It goes straight for him, and he has enough reaction time after noticing you out of full cover and taking one shot, deflects the blow with his blade. And as it does so, the last one hits, and it just barely misses. It cuts his ear, causing it to bleed, causing a nice cut, a warning shot, as it sticks in right next to his head.
Very nice.
Yep. Fortis, it is your turn. You are falling.
No, I'm not. The immovable rod.
Yeah, that's
I
fair.
pushed the button.
Push the button. Roll a strength check to hold on to the immovable rod from free fall.
I got a natural
9,000
20.
IQ.
Ooh, so you pull the immovable rod.
I don't
You are
stop.
holding in the air. You only have descended 30 feet. Immovable rod clicks. It dislocates your shoulder as it pulls down. You pop it back into place, and with one hand, lift yourself up and do in just like one arm pull up.
I stare at him with the stare of death.
Mm-hmm.
Not much I can do here.
You are in the air on the
But-
immovable rod.
But I would like to try and do like y'all seen American Ninja Warrior where they do the pull-up bar up?
Yeah, yeah.
That's what I want to try.
Do,
So,
The
wait,
salmon ladder.
how far away are you from him?
30
30.
feet.
Oh damn.
it's like 35 because it's 30 plus like 5 feet away from the wall.
Yeah.
Oh, but he's only 30 feet off the ground. The dude is.
Yeah.
So Fortis is up above him.
He should be lower
I should
because
be.
Fortis is like 20 feet away from the ground. He got stuck wherever Fortis was, so he got stuck at 50.
Oh, gotcha. And Fortis
As
is
compared
also
to where
like
he was going to be. Fortis is at like he's 20 feet off the ground. He's 50 feet off the ground.
okay,
I start.
So there's a 35-foot gap between them.
and Fortis is also like 14 feet tall because he's giant.
Yeah, he's
Or
absolutely
he's
incredible.
large. So with his reach, so his horizontal is like
Great. It's really
is like
good.
19 feet. So
Yeah.
But he still needs 2 hands for the glaive.
yeah,
He
but he
can-
has a spear.
We
But
got
if-
to
okay,
balance.
perfect.
He's got
If
to
I-
balance on the rod.
That's
yeah,
a
if I
dex.
get up
That's
there,
a
I could
dex.
just.
Do we remember what happened the last time you balanced on the rod?
He inserts it on purpose and
No.
fights.
He
It's-
doesn't have to balance.
It's even worse. It's horizontal this time.
Oh
Should
boy.
be easier.
What do I need to roll to start climbing?
Oh, to start climbing.
Just-
This is such a weird check. Just do athletics. This is such an athletic thing.
this
Like-
is very athletics.
It's a very coordinated move.
Oh no, I have a 13 to athletics.
You need like a 20 and above to succeed on this.
Oh
he has a-
no, a 25.
All
He has
right,
a
you do it.
Oh my
Plus
God.
13. Yeah, his athletics is expertise.
You are just ascending ravenously.
The most inefficient flight that any of us have ever seen. But he's
Yeah.
flying, technically.
You are going against gravity. You're doing it the hard way, but you are ascending. You have ascended 30 feet. You have 1 point of exhaustion from this feat.
But you did it.
Read it. So
He
you
is
just
flying.
-1 to all your rolls.
All the checks.
I am
Yeah, I'll
eye
be
to
checking.
eye with this man.
I just used the one D&D thing to where they
Oh,
just do
okay.
a -1 up to like 10 because the actual like 5e rules goes from 0 to 100. Like it's
You're right.
not
You were so
feasible
right.
to use. Not
Yeah.
because like if he does it again or something and it like a 2, he's out. Absolutely gassed.
I mean, he's flying.
He is flying. So, you make it. You're like, that honestly was your action to
Yeah.
climb, to
It takes
fly.
It takes an action to push the button.
Yeah. So like,
But it was cool
You
though.
go
It
up.
was cool as shit.
I'm gonna do it. Like I know it's probably not the real rules, but we're gonna do rule of cool and say he just climbed that because he would have had to click and unclick the button. But
Oh,
like,
100%. Rule of
look,
cool.
Yeah.
rule of cool. This.
That's so cool, dude. Damn.
Hey, um,
It's cigarettes,
and you
man.
you guys make eye contact. Yeah, Ditto. What do you want to do?
Are his
Dude,
abs just like
Watch
listening?
this. Watch this. I am 100% going to try and make this as metal as possible. This is some
Alright.
Elden Ring shit,
Do
okay?
it. I'm ready.
I'm going to hit the ground. I'm a Captain America hit the ground where I take the shield underneath me and there's just this boom, just like no balance, but you just hear that wet thud of like metal hitting ice and
So
maybe
you
like
wanna hit the
cracks a little
ground?
bit. Yeah.
Oh man.
So it's 8d6.
Yeah.
So I'm doing it on roll 20 so everyone can see. If that's okay.
I'm rolling it.
Oh.
It's my
Okay.
damage. I'm hurting.
Oh,
you.
okay. I was gonna
He
do it on
said,
there. But
I
that's cool.
want to hurt you.
It's my rolls because I roll good with d6s. I don't want
So
you to roll
this
it.
was as close as I got to metagaming too, but I'm like, it's not gonna kill me.
Max damage. I'm alive.
I'm alive. But I am prone.
10. 10.
Like, did you call it a salmon ladder?
Yeah, it's called a salmon ladder, the salmon run.
So
That's what-
freaking funny.
That's what they call it.
I believe you. I believe you. You said that, and I was like,
Yeah.
that's a pretty accurate description for what that is.
Yeah. 25 points of bludgeoning damage as you hit the
Yep.
ground.
Okay. So
Boom,
as I
alive.
hit, there's just like people would assume most people die, but like boom, hit, and like a as like blood kind of comes out of Ditto's mouth, and he like kind of turns over on his belly, and he sees the fire dagger like in front of him, and he like pushes a piece of armor, the ice armor, out of the way, and he like grips it, hand all bloodied, and he stands up, and he's like ribs busted. I mean, like blood coming
Mhm.
out of the mouth. Use half my movement to get up, and he's 30 feet above me, right? Hovering.
He's 50 feet.
I thought he was 30 because he fell.
No, because Connor restrained him.
Oh, that's right.
Like you guys, I didn't get to use my full movement because I was hit by an absolute unit. I was stopped mid-flight.
He did. So I
Much
will.
harder on ourselves. We should have just let him get to the ground.
So I'm gonna climb up the 10 feet here, just like Elden Ring walk this shit. Bonus action, 15 feet out. The
Mhm.
echo, and I could. Now the rules say the echo can move 30 feet, and at the end of my turn, if it's more than 30 feet, it disappears.
Mhm.
So
At the
does
end
that
of your turn.
at the end of my turn?
At the end of your turn. So until
if-
the end of your turn, he can be more than 30 feet away.
Correct. So I teleported him up 15 feet, or summoned him, and he like when he comes out, it kind of like flickers out, like it's weak. It's like, and it comes out, and then the echo's gonna like slow walk, like Dark Souls, like up to this dude, the extra 30 feet, and then down here, dude is just gonna tiredly look up. He's gonna hold that dagger and go, "You can have this after you pry it from my cold, dead fingers." And I'm gonna swing all 3 attacks
Okay.
with advantage because no, that's prone. I'm so sorry. Just regular attacks.
Actually,
Rules
I don't.
lawyer.
I got it. You have advantage.
First attack. Dirty 20. Second attack.
Oh damn, Brandon's attack should have been advantage. I'm so sorry, Brandon. I'm totally ruining you this game.
25. And 18.
As long as it's above a 16, they all hit.
They all hit. All right. Let's see what we can do, boys, because I am, believe it or not, I'm bloodied.
Damn, that's crazy. That's crazy.
That's
Dude.
crazy. Okay.
How much fall damage did you just take?
25.
25.
Unconscious.
All right.
Daddy,
10,
my sticks, they're broken.
10 plus 8 is 18. 24. And 33 on the first attack.
Okay. I'm ready.
Ooh. 11 plus
You said 30 something on the first attack?
33. 11 plus 7 is 18. 23. 28 on the second attack. And another 11 plus 18. 23. 29 on the third attack.
Okay.
And then the echo will do the final attack and then like glitch out again as like just so weak.
Yeah, he's gonna freaking swipe at this thing as it comes up and it's in his business and it's swiping at him and all 3 he's like, ah, and he's legit trying to he's Talona, protect me, and you see one of the idols flash and you see that same purple guide his strike through to try and strike at your echo.
No, don't do it.
Is that disadvantage or?
Yeah, it is a disadvantage.
Is
That's
it at
where
the
I
end
need
of my turn or is it this turn?
It's at the end of your turn.
Okay. Well, I'm
Oh
asking
wait, so
like
it's already gone.
it's at the end of my turn it disappears, so I didn't.
That's
So he
true.
doesn't need to do any reaction to get rid of it. So he can
That's
full on
true.
hit me.
So it does not go. How far away are you?
I am. You said these statues were 10 feet tall, so I'm standing on top of it. So I'm 15 minus 50,
35.
35.
He's gonna Misty Step. I looked up the ruling. Even though he's restrained, he can Misty Step,
Yep.
and he is going to get within range with Misty Step.
Come on.
And then I do believe it's his turn after you, Ditto.
Yeah.
He's going to make all 3 strikes with his longsword on you at disadvantage. A 13 on the
That
first one.
misses.
A natural 1.
He kills himself. He falls on his sword and dies.
And a 13. All 3 strikes miss.
So wait, why is it disadvantage?
Restrained.
Can he attack while restrained?
Yes.
They're just at disadvantage.
The creature's
Oh.
attack rolls have disadvantage.
Well, hot diggity damn.
Yep.
Sorry, I wasn't trying to get Michael attacked with straight rolls, but I was just like, oh, well, shit.
Wow.
The conditions
Can we
are so-
end just like blades locked?
Oh yeah, you're in the air. Well, it's not really blades locked. It's like you've deflected and he's falling.
Oh, I thought he was
Like-
on the statue with me. Because I'm standing on a statue.
You both can be balanced. You know that's no, because he's 5 feet away from the statue. He just got close enough, and then with his own just speed, he just took 3 swipes at you in his descent, and all 3
Oh.
failed to hit. And now he's just fallen, 10 feet
Ooh. How's it feel?
or 15 feet. It will not feel nearly as bad as yours did.
I didn't even hurt.
And
needs
so,
to
as
make-
all 3 strikes miss, you deflect all of them, dodge, you dance, you hop up and land back as the last strike at your ankles misses as you hop over it and land back delicately on the statue's head.
He needs to make a strength saving throw.
Yes, he does. Did he take the fire damage from that round too? Did you do fire damage on your turn?
It's at the end of his turn.
At the end of his turn, he takes fire damage.
Hmm.
I rolled a natural 20.
Damn.
Does
Better
he
that
take it?
than on me.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
Mhm.
Yeah, that makes it. Do I roll it the fire damage though, since he saved, or no?
That's what I was just looking up.
I do not know. I don't know this ability.
Oh, at the start of each of its turns.
Yeah,
So
he
it takes damage.
Yeah, he takes the damage and then he saves at the end of his turn.
Suck it, bitch. 11.
Woo!
He dies.
He is alive.
Oh my god, this dude.
900 HP.
Dude,
So
I feel like I've taken 900 HP. This
Yeah.
Ditto's
Yeah.
feeling it.
with that, he takes it that these fiery chains still surround him, restraining him, making it harder for him to even get his attacks out and for him to do much of anything in his descent as he's falling. A fog cloud appears again. We'll put it around G because it's just because you
Dude.
got the dagger, dude. You
Dude,
got aggro.
Dude,
Make a Constitution saving throw.
I will. 19,
You succeed.
but at what cost?
You take 5 points of cold damage.
God damn it.
How we looking?
I'm at 38.
Oh, you're fine.
You're
doing great.
fine, dude. You're fine.
Dude, great. It just looks worse than it is. The fall
And so, yeah.
was pretty big damage.
Dude,
the
38?
cold- Yeah.
You have more health than I do.
Peltier's like Ditto's just dramatic.
Peltier is made out of teeth picks. You've got to remember this.
Yep.
Yeah, but
So
technically I've taken more damage than Peltier.
You've taken a lot more damage than Peltier. It just takes a lot less to get Peltier to where you are.
where Peltier, it's your turn. Speaking of that,
Okay. So, all right. Okay, so he's on the ground now, right?
oh, he's falling. Yeah,
Thank God. Okay.
he's in the midst of falling.
Alrighty. Um, then I will wheel around from behind this pillar. Yeah, we're gonna do what we're good at. We're gonna take some shots at him.
You have
Um,
advantage to hit. You have advantage to hit. I'm
Oh,
so
excellent.
sorry.
Well, I
I missed it last time.
happily take you up on that. Okay.
But don't you normally
'Cause-
get triple advantage anyway?
Well, when we get advantage, we get triple advantage.
Oh, so it's
And
not.
so
I understand now.
yeah, so that's part of the reason why we did the full cover into going up and showing ourselves is because like going into full cover is like a hidden status, and so like doing all that kind of stuff. So, okay, natural 17 to hit.
Dude, you're one nat 20 away from ending this thing.
Dude, I want a nat 20 so bad. I don't have any superiority die to add to it, but I want one so bad. That'd be so much fun. Okay, that is 25 damage.
Okay.
Second attack. Oh my god, you're teasing me. Okay, so that is 21 to hit.
Just the tip.
Come on, baby. All right, that is 19 damage. Is that right? Yeah, that's it. Yeah. 19 damage. Come on. Come on. Third attack. You can do this. Come on. Do it. Do it. It's cocked. I'm re-rolling it. Come on. Damn it. Natural 18. All right. Well, at least we hit all three. That's better. Okay.
Feels good.
Yeah, that's better. Okay. 26 damage on the third one.
Okay.
All right. And I will duck back behind the pillar, having fired all of these shots. Peltier is like clearly getting like he's aiming and he's keeping his eye on the target, but he is clearly getting tired and is clearly like, holy shit, this guy won't go down. And so Peltier's like, I need a goddamn cigarette. And so Peltier, I'll kind of wheel back, get my back against the pillar again, and I'm just kind of like, kind of out of breath and just kind of thinking for a second, like, is there any other way out of this? And that'll be it for me.
As you're thinking that, you peek back over. How do you want to do this?
Oh shit. Okay. Okay.
Let's
So I'm gonna kind of re-thematicize that just a little bit. So before Peltier like wheels around, so this is at the beginning of the turn kind of
Right. Right.
Peltier kind of he's holding his crossbow, gripping it firmly. He kind of taps against his forehead and he's like, is there any way out of this? Is there anything I can do? And an idea comes to his mind and he thinks, okay, there's more than one way to skin a cat. You don't have to just stuff him full of quills. So Peltier, as he wheels around this pillar, he will fire one shot straight up and then line up, fire a shot at the elves. Will fire at the kneecap. One shot. Line up, fire a second shot, put it in the kneecap. As he hits the ground, he goes like that. Peltier, still walking toward him, loads the last crossbow bolt and says, you prayed to your god and your god answered you, but you still failed. It is not enough. and the icicle will fall from the
Right.
ceiling right into his skull.
Big icicle down over the ceiling, and it keeps him in position, just like impaled. And down he goes. You find all of the Talona statues go quiet, their hum of magic gone and dissipated, the light that they once had gone. And now that is the end of combat. Seeing you guys did it, you defeated him. And we will leave off there.
What?
So, congratulations.
We did
No
it.
epilogue?
You did it. We'll have to do epilogue later. It's getting to my bedtime, boys.
Yeah.
It was a big
That's
combat.
That was a
Yeah, I
big
hope you
combat.
guys
Well done.
enjoyed that combat. I hope
That
it
was
was
fun.
a
It
good
was
boss
very
fight.
dynamic. It was very dynamic.
That was good. I
So-
liked it.
I used the layer actions of a white dragon.
I could.
That was good.
I figured that out pretty quickly. I was like,
Yeah.
hang on a second. I was like, I see caltrops in the air, eh? I was like, hang on a second, and I felt like it worked really well. Like I felt
think
like that
it-
was really good.
I think it fit thematically, and it really the elevation forced all of you differently. I think having that one heavy hitter dude also
That was nice.
changed it. So with the layer interacting, forcing Peltier to finally have to move, and so he was never like, hopefully never quite felt safe.
Oh, definitely.
then,
Especially
like-
whenever he leaped at us, I was
Yeah.
like, fuck.
Yeah.
Dude,
So,
Fortis was chasing this dude. Fortis was like a wild animal.
Fortis was going all over.
So, like, if you didn't kill him right there, Fortis was just gonna pretty much Iron Giant his ass.
Yeah.
Gotta give him
From
the old
top
Mario
rope.
stomp, just like
Yeah,
ass to face.
I freaking, with the stupid restraint, every attack I rolled on Michael, it was like 2, 17, 1, 19.
What's
I
wrong
was
with
like,
that?
God, the
What's wrong with that?
disadvantage killed it. I missed every attack because of disadvantage. So,
Dude, this
If-
is the
um,
most Ditto has never been hit. Like, ever.
That was
But
a
I-
very weird way to say that, but you are absolutely correct.
Yeah. and so, and you guys did everything right. You guys came in gaspy. You used everything you had and did a really good job. Like, I honestly, look, Fortis, I'll be honest. I fucking hate Sentinel. Hate it. That is why he has Misty Step. That is why I needed to make sure I could keep distance from you, because you are an absolute menace.
Terror. He's a menace.
You are a terror. You got your time in the sun when you freaking kicked my wyvern's ass. 3 of them.
Damn.
I couldn't
Yep.
even fly away.
Dude.
Nope, stay here.
So
nope.
good.
I learned from that. I'm like, I want to be
Yeah.
near Fortis.
I said, I want to make it up this wall. Action surge.
Yeah.
Dude, I was like, oh,
You held
okay.
For so long. I was like, I was waiting
did.
for it. Man, we made that so much harder on ourselves. Oh my gosh. Because I was just kind of hoping, like, okay, if he's restrained and he's like using his like long sword to like slow his descent or something, then like restrained to me is like, what? Like wrapped around in fiery chains. So I was like, oh cool, he's gonna fall and his movement's reduced to 0, so he can't like break his fall or anything. He's just gonna smack. I was like, cool, good move. And then I was like, oh no, he's stuck on the wall. He caught himself. I was like, fuck. I was like, great. He's 50 feet up. I was like, shit. I was
Yeah,
like,
I'm like,
oh, this is way worse.
grappled would totally make him fall,
Yeah.
right? If you're grappling him, but I'm like, restrained just says he has 0 movement. He does not move at all.
No,
So I'm guessing
it
it's
was
just
fine. The
It
rules
was
Call-
a
was
fair.
fine.
It was fair.
especially
Yeah.
since it's like he's restrained because of like the way it works with like the
Yeah.
glaive and stuff. It's not quite the same, but yeah, it was
Dude,
just a call. I just
this-
thought it was funny.
And it's
This was a
fine, yeah.
really fun combat. I really
This was
felt I felt the Elden Ring taking a shit ton of damage and just getting
Yeah.
back up.
I
Like,
honestly think my favorite moment was when you Spartan kicked him, and I'm like, I have 2 points left to utilize to face step.
Mhm.
And
You
you were
used
like
it.
coming down with him, because I was like, as soon as you did, I was like, And G's doing G shit again.
I am
I
doing
was like,
G-shit.
I'm just like, it's like going into the worm's mouth. And immediately when you did it and you're on top of him, I was like, this is gonna be epic because he's gonna do the most villain shit and be like, "Good luck, champ,"
Yeah.
and go back
See ya,
up.
bitch.
Wait,
Womp.
when you said like he was 15 feet out from the ledge, I was
Yeah.
hoping he'd fall next to me,
Yeah.
and I wanted to try and grab him and like yeet him back up.
I only added that additional because Michael like dove down for this dude. So I
Yeah,
imagine when
I
they hit
definitely
in the
did.
air, it pulls away.
Yeah,
Like,
no, it was a good call, and I
yeah.
didn't have. I don't think I had to have take the full damage. Well, yeah, I did. There's nothing I could do. So like, but it worked. It was
I
fine.
think
Michael,
it's
honestly,
yeah.
90% of the ideas you do, I'm like, yeah, that'll work.
Really
Like,
cool. Let's
like
do
if
it. Yeah.
like if Connor or Brandon were like, I want to do this, I'd be like, absolutely fucking not. But when you say it, I'm like, yeah, that's totally doable.
That sounds pretty dope. Do it.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think
Yeah.
there was a way that you could have like kicked him off and dove after him and like gotten the attacks and then maybe like used your echo to like soften the blow or to like land safely or something like that.
Well, I
Like
read the
that kind of
rules.
stuff, but
I
I don't
read the
know.
rules of fall damage, and you fall like 500 feet. Like it's like
Yeah.
instant. It's
Yeah.
that quick. And so I had
And we were going
bonus
80
action.
feet. It's not like it's not like we were gonna free fall for 3 turns.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I bonus
fair.
actioned earlier, so there's no way I could teleport again. So
Yeah.
I have to bonus action out the echo and then bonus action again to
Yeah.
teleport. So there was the best I could have done maybe is like say I landed on the statue, but I was like, nah, I'll just
Mhm.
take 80 because it'll be fucking rad. And I just want to like, I want to do like the Captain America where he like lands on his shield, you know, and it just
Mhm.
like tanks it.
Arm shattered.
Yeah, but he just like gets back up, and it's like I can reach him with the echo, and then it's just gonna flicker out. But I was like, I'm still gonna
Yeah.
whack the shit out of
That was
him.
cool.
You
Yeah.
did insane damage. Like every time you guys
Yeah.
hit, you guys did crazy damage.
I
Like,
couldn't get close enough to hit him with my glaive. I hit
Which
him
was-
one time.
Dude, he was avoiding you like the plague, and he
Yes.
has the god of plagues. Okay,
Do you
He
know?
was scared.
So you have to understand, Connor. I wasn't trying to take this combat away. That's also why I put the fodder down. So you got to kill that one dude and have stuff to do. You weren't sitting there doing nothing for most of combat. Like you got to. I was trying to make sure you still had stuff to do, because I'm like, if I put this boss out there to sit in front of you, this boss fight's gonna suck ass. Like it
Honestly,
really will.
Brandon did the most damage.
Brandon did the most everything. Peltier was doing the mostest.
He said 25, 30, 24. Okay, 79.
And then
damage.
halfway through,
Damn.
halfway through, disarm, breaks the bow. Like,
I do want to say I do feel like everyone got to have a moment though, because I think
Yeah.
honestly Peltier's coolest moment is when he incapacitated
oh my god.
Yeah.
that one dude, and then Connor came and just
Yeah.
freaking ended him.
And that's
Dude.
exactly what I wanted, was because I was like, okay, because I could like a lot of that stuff is I was like, okay, I can sit here and just do damage and be like sharpshooter, crossbow expert, crossbow, sharpshooter, and just like keep pulling the trigger. But I was like, there has to be a way to improve the situation, kind of thing. And so
Mhm.
that's why I was like, I don't know. I was like, okay, hang on. If I can like get him prone, that will help out Ditto and Fortis. If I can do like, if there's something I can do to like disarm him, I was like, I should do that. Like, and so that's what I was like trying to do. Is I was like, okay, how can I change what's currently happening? Because if he just keeps going back and like full cover, okay, I'm gonna pop out, take a couple shots, and go back, we're gonna get picked off and eventually die. So I was
Mhm.
like, I have to do something. And so I was like, if he's disarmed for the turn, he has to pick up his weapon and then he has to like move back out and all that kind of stuff. I was like, there's at least a chance there that one of them can get up there and start whacking him. And I was like, and if both of them get up to the platform, then I can fly up and start helping. And so I was like, yeah, I was just kind of like, okay, something has to change, because like what we're doing right now, we're just gonna get picked off until we're dead. So, but
That's what happened.
I
We
mean,
just started.
you guys.
we pressured him. Like
Yeah.
I think
Oh,
with
yeah.
Fortis and Ditto climbing that wall, like we're like, hey, we're coming.
Yeah.
And if you and it was nice because it's like, oh, we took out the minions, so if he pokes his head out, Peltier can just
Mhm.
peck at him while two
Mhm.
threats are scaling the wall.
Yeah.
And
Definitely.
it totally changed his focus because like as soon as you start scaling it, it just was like he needs to get you off the damn wall because
Yeah.
Mhm.
like again with the fire damage, I wanted to when you hit him with the fire damage because I knew you had the fire dagger, how it affect him because there's this whole cold element. So I think reducing the armor was cool, or
Mhm.
I
That was a
hope that made it feel
that was good
nice.
flavor. Yeah.
I think even with Fortis like restraining him, like you all got to use stuff that's kind of like your character.
I used
Yeah.
everything.
Yeah, you got
Yeah.
to use everything, and you honestly, I feel like I hope it was like you had to.
Mhm.
Yeah.
It
Because I had
did.
burned everything else too. Like I did the martyr thing on Peltier.
Yeah. Dude, you
And
saved my ass.
yeah,
Oh my god.
because
Oh,
I had one of those left and two of my Unleash incarnations, but that
yeah.
last attack I did, that was the last one. I was like we're burned.
Gee,
Yeah.
I tried to keep saving you. I really
Dude,
did.
You
and you
did.
you were
You
doing
did a good
God's
job.
work, man. Like
Oh, dude, Fortis, do you have the cloud rune, the one that redirects
Mhm.
stuff?
Mhm.
Yeah.
There was like one opportunity to use that at like the very beginning, and I think it was the shot that Ditto saved me, and I
Yeah.
was like, oh my gosh, this is perfect for a cloud rune to like
I was
redirect us
about to, but
into the
G
other
hopped
guy.
in
And
first.
G saved me, and I was like, I don't even care. I was like, I'm alive. I am well. I am happy. I was like, okay, because like I was watching my health, and I was like, I seriously can take 2 hits at this damage. I was like, I have to play safe. And like with
Yeah.
range, whenever you're doing like a range battle, there's the trick of like you can go prone, stand up, and shoot kind of thing, and like
Mhm.
that puts them at disadvantage. And so I was like, okay, going prone, even if I'm not behind full cover, he's gonna be able to hit me. But if I go prone, he's at least a disadvantage. So I was like, that's at least gonna help me. And so I was like, it might
Mhm.
put me at disadvantage for like a dexterity saving throw or something. But I was like, that's
well,
safer than him peppering me with all 3 shots because I'm dead if he hits me with all 3.
yeah. Because I
So
feel like Ditto and Fortis were very much like had the mindset of like you're the only one right now that can hit him, so we can at
yeah,
least aggro and get his attention,
yeah, and I
like
think
as
you nailed
best as
it.
we can. Yeah.
Yeah,
And I
yeah, I
hope
think
you
that
were
was
still
smart.
able to enjoy that combat, Connor. Like I I really wasn't trying to take away anything from you. I still feel like you got some really good moments in there.
I'd say
Like
the only thing that I would have said differently was like,
Yeah.
I didn't know those 3 guys. One of them was a boss, or else I would have gone for the big guy first.
Mhm.
See, I made the same mistake.
Yep. That's
Yeah.
my bad. I tried at the beginning to describe him differently.
You
That's my
you
bad. I
did
should have made him a different icon.
you did say it, and I captured it in the notes, but I was like, I was specifically writing down the ones on the outside are the infected bloated, and the one in the middle doesn't seem infected. And it wasn't until you said like he's the wintry soldier or something that I
Mhm.
was like, oh, okay, I'll change
Yeah.
his name from non-infected dude. So
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that was the only thing. Like Connor said, like
Yeah.
because I thought they were
I
all
should have
bloated.
done
It's like
that.
we'll just like pop
Yeah.
them real quick because you
Yeah,
did.
because I thought I mentioned that he had a great sword, but
yeah,
You did, but I thought they were all like
Yeah.
great sword wielding minions. I didn't know
no,
they
no,
all
they've always
popped.
been bloated, no
Yeah.
weapons on them because they only ever used claws. But that's my bad.
No,
I
but
mean,
besides
other than
that,
that, it was good.
Yeah, I hope you had fun. I thought honestly the salmon ladder was pretty great too.
the
That's
salmon
Like,
ladder was hysterical. Dude,
and then
Fortis was
it's
up and down that wall.
but like I said, I've been getting a lot of influence. I'm like, I need to move my bad guys. So I was trying really hard to move everyone. I just didn't even get a chance to move the bloated dudes. They got. Like,
Mhm.
but but I was trying to really utilize movement. I was trying to really utilize like everything. The layer actions I think really helped where it was like
Mhm.
no one is safe.
Yeah. Well, and it
Not a
helps push us
single
and make us
soul.
move and make us
Mhm.
like go places. So yeah, no,
Mhm.
I thought that was great. I
You
loved
guys did great though, so I hope it really felt like a good boss battle. Honestly, it's the one that I have felt best about. That it actually felt challenging, but
Mhm.
not like I
End of
don't
the
know.
world.
Yeah.
Yeah, like I feel like it was the right fit.
Yeah.
Yeah, I will say you can disagree. I think he could have hit a little harder.
I just wasn't
Mm.
landing attacks.
You weren't landing attacks,
if I
but they
landed
were
all
all
three,
about 17, 18.
if all 3 attacks hit and I aggro on one of you, I average 60 points of damage.
That's
Yeah,
fair.
I'm down. I'm down on 1 round. I went into this with 72 points of health or something like that.
That's
So,
why and
yeah.
on top of, well, how many hit points do you have, G?
Left?
Yeah.
38.
How many hit points do you have left, Connor?
You should have all of yours.
No, I got 62.
Yeah. Brandon, how many do you have?
36.
Exactly. I had 2 of you. I could have downed 2 of you in 1 round.
Yeah.
Dropped you.
I felt like the damage was good. Yeah, I felt like the damage was good. I felt like the saving throws were good. I felt like the damage was good. I felt like his AC was appropriately high. It was whenever his AC dropped and then I started missing, I didn't really understand that. But that's on me.
That was so weird
um,
because you were like, your hits when he was at 19 was like 25.
Yeah, I was
know.
rolling like max, and then as soon as his AC dropped, I was like, "Sweet, we got this." And then it was like 5, 4, 3, and I was like, "Are you kidding?" I was like, "Go, no!"
Like,
So
yeah, and I know, G, you like to be at like 1 hit point in a life, but being
Yeah.
at 30 is
No, that's low.
you are in the red zone. I could have
yeah,
ended you.
Well, not only that, but without the temp hit points going in, I would
Yeah.
have been at 28. Or not even 20. I'd be at 18.
Because
I would have been low without those temp HP that tanked. I think two of those
Yeah.
for sure tanked.
and
So-
from a DM's perspective, I'm taking in the fact that I'm like, I know I'm doing damage every
Mhm.
round because of the layer.
The
Yeah.
layer was so good. I love the
The layer,
variety of the
like,
layer actions.
Every turn, I know you're going to get hit on top of minions. Even if I only get 1 hit in, I'm like, they're going to hit. And it's like the layer is going to do damage, which adds at least like an additional 10. Those icicles go last. And if I had gotten another chance to do those can do serious damage.
Yeah.
And I just spread out his arrows. It kind of fits where like I only did 2 on you when you got too close, but like he was just like, I'll just keep peppering you guys
Yeah.
because you're not close. And so it's like on top of all that, it's like on my perspective as a DM is like it's meant to be a little longer. I'm trying to wear you guys out to utilize all your equipment, and I'll just kill you with like if I feel like I smell weakness, I'll just end one of you. Like
Mhm.
Because you
just
tried to do
3
it on me
shots.
when you
I
dropped.
did. I just missed because again, Connor restrained him. I have
Mhm.
these chains on me. I missed. It
Mhm.
was 2, 17, 1, 19, whatever it
Yeah.
was on the third one. Like the restrain stayed because then I would have done 60 damage to you.
Yeah.
Like I
And I
probably
would've
would have
gone
dropped
down.
you. I would have dropped you with the first 2, and then you would have lost 2 death saving throws
Mhm.
on the first one.
Yeah.
And then I would
Well,
have died.
and that's an interest. And Mike, you mentioned the cigarette temp HP. Normally, temp HP doesn't stack.
Yeah.
Normally, you can replace it. So if it's like 5, you take a hit and like you go down to like you only have 1 temp HP. You smoke another cigarette, you can replace it and go back up to 5, but
Right.
it doesn't stack on top of itself. So even if it's from multiple sources, so if you have like another source of temp HP, like inspiring leader or something like that, whatever is the highest is the value that it is. So
Right.
like casting false life on yourself, you can give yourself like 4 or 5 temp HP, but like you can't have chef, inspiring leader, and false life all on yourself to give you like 20 temp HP. It doesn't stack up. So
Yeah.
like aid and inspiring leader work together because aid increases your max HP, and then temp HP can go on top of that. But yeah, that's a good point. I'm glad you remembered that because that is a important grace ruling.
Yeah.
That really was.
And so, but that's like again, like I said, on my perspective as a DM, I'm looking at damage, and it's just the rolls kind of told the
Yeah.
story. Like he had good health. I had enough fodder in there. I think this was a good difficulty that could have went.
Yeah.
If you guys didn't use everything, I think you would have died.
Yeah. I think if honestly, if any single turn had played out differently, well, okay, so I mean, here's a big one. Had the great sword wielder, had he attacked the prone target instead of Ditto, this fight would have been completely different because he would have downed me in one shot.
And that
'Cause-
was because G freaking hit him with a spear.
yeah, which is
Oh.
hit him with the lightning javelin, which
I
is
did my
good.
job. I
Yeah,
was
you did your
Yeah.
job. Yeah, you
I was
you
also
seriously did.
prepared to use my reaction to take one of the attacks that he was going to
Yeah.
throw at you. The
Totally.
reaction was ready. I was like,
Yeah.
I'll just
Mhm.
tank it. I
Yeah.
was like,
Yeah, that was, but like, because he did that one like huge slash on you, and I was like, I was sitting there prone, going, "Oh shit, he has advantage on me if he does." Because like I was like, I have full cover, but like his angle, he might be able to see me, whereas the guy that's 80 feet in the air probably can't. So I was like, if he whacks me, I was like, oh, this is about to get bad. Like this is about to get ugly. And had the shots not like incapacitated him where I could walk away, I was gonna have to disengage action because I was like, I'm not taking a reaction from this dude. I was like, that sucks. So I was like, this guy's gonna fucking bloody me on his reaction. I was like, I'm not taking
yeah.
that.
No, it was really well done.
Yeah,
I think
good
that
job.
was
really
super
cool.
fun.
Very cool. All right,
I
I'm
enjoyed
going
it.
to head out. James, excellent job. Great session. Excellent
Thank you.
combat. Connor, Michael,
Yeah.
excellent job. Great work. As
Thank
always.
you
Love you
guys.
guys.
Yep, love you all.
Thank you, stream.
Thank
Thanks,
you.
stream.
people.
See you guys later if you guys had fun or if anybody watched. I don't know. See you
Yeah.
later.
Ta-ta
See
for
ya.
now.
Ta-ta. Thanks for playing, Connor. Hope you had fun.
It was good.
I know you didn't get the super hit the big bad.
It's all right. I got to use some movable rod.
You did finally get to use a movable rod. You got to fell the other big dude on the map, and one of the bloaters. So that's kind of why I had them in there, because I knew I was gonna freaking try and avoid you.
It was just cat and mouse with that man.
That's kind of what it was supposed to feel like. Like that's how he is. Face step helps so much, but because I was like, crap, I was really trying to think of like he's restrained. What can I do? I'm like he's gonna get bullied.
I tried to save G so many times.
G's hard to save when he chooses to jump off the cliff.
Dude, I was prepared to like reach a helping hand out, grab him, yeet him back up.
It would have been cool. Yeah. So, but I hope you enjoyed it. It was a good final boss. I think he had good HP. So
I did. I might try and DM a session for you guys.
that'd be super fun. That would be super fun. So, but yeah, this was a long combat too. What did I say to Brandon last night? I said, guys, I was like, this is gonna be mainly combat, like 90% combat.
Yep.
I like when you freaking yeeted the pot.
I did like it, man.
I was like, dude, we got 3 fighters in the room. Why did I put this in here?
I wanted Brandon to bring back like another one, and I just try it.
Yeah.
Yep, that's good.
That one's great. Yo.
Is it good? Yep.
Yeah. So good. Thank you so much. I love when you guys play.
No
So,
problem. It's always fun playing.
I'm gonna end the stream.
Alrighty.